Step forward, my child, that your sins may be looked upon and absolved, or condemned. Submit thine sins unto me clandestinely via the link below, and receive judgment this Easter. Seek absolution and forever frolic in cool hell, or suffer an eternity in bad hell with Ronald Reagan. Chat, oh my chat, why have you forsaken me?
Oh no. Satan's pretty cool.
Hail Satan fuckos. Welcome on in to a very special stream. It's Easter Sunday. It's 420. It's the day where we praise it, blaze it, and raise it. And I'm happy to be joined here by chat for a special stream of judgment. Oh, thank you very much for the for the resub. Well, your sub can legally drink. Congratulations. Hello. Hail Satan Antics. Thank you so much. Welcome on in. How are we doing? Father Phirmth, indeed. I had to get a little, stylized. I had to get in the spirit. I had to get in the reason for the season, right? And I couldn't construct an entire confessional booth last minute, so instead we set up a telonym, a site via which people can anonymously submit their confessions unto me. We got that linked in chat right now, and I will be judging them before all of chat. But we have a few little special additions. If you peruse the channel points, we have a few. Okay, so that's one of them. If anybody's really upset about a ruling or something, voice your displeasure. Take a shot at me, and fiends shall suffer. But I had to give people a way to vent their frustrations, right? Because I know that not every judgment I lay down today is going to be popular, but it will be correct and it will be objective, right? We also have some pretty expensive ones that you should save your channel points for. I want to indulge the most opulent of chatters with an opportunity to fuck with the proceedings. We have an option to, just in the tradition of the church, you can pay for an indulgence, and whatever sin is currently on screen and being judged will be absolved. I get no say in it. It just happens. You end up in cool hell with most people. Alternately, for a bit more of a price, we do have a little option to automatically condemn whatever sin is on screen. So if somebody really offends your sensibilities and you have the money to dish out for it, by money I mean channel points. I'm not getting paid for any of this. I think you get channel points for like bits and gift subbing and stuff, but like that is an inefficient way to farm. I guess if you really need channel points and have the money to blow going into a recession and depression, and who knows what the next step after that is, that's one way to get some points and guarantee that somebody goes to bad hell. That's on you. It's your channel points. You do whatever you want to do with it. Whore yourself out for me, chatter, because I can pay indulgences. That is true. I guess we do have some wealthy patrons in the chat that people could get, Oh, thank you very much for the follow, you may. Welcome on in. Appreciate it. We do have some real wealthy patrons in the chat. I don't know. People can identify themselves if they're willing to be courted and wooed to potentially get people a guaranteed absolution or condemnation. Can I send Ronald Reagan to bad hell again? If he snuck into the confessions, then sure, yeah. If there's I've told people not to put any identifying information Mods will be, mods have scanned through the submissions, so I will keep them open throughout the stream to see if anybody else gets in the schmicks. We'll see how long we go. I have no idea how fast any of this is gonna go. I do love those jelly beans. How much for an indulgence? Check in the fucking channel points, Proxy. It's expensive, but some people are offering them up, right? Some people, if you can make a case for yourself, there's some pretty wealthy fuckos in chat. People who have been really farming this shit, right? 50k channel points? I was making a joke, but there. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, no. We had that ready to go. Listen, this is church, baby. This is church. Or church. And 66600 to condemn. Yeah, I had to make condemnation a little bit more because it's a little more biting, right? You're going all the way to bad hell. For a quick reminder to everybody how my lore works, and by my lore I mean reality. So heaven exists. Hell exists. The issue with heaven is that in order to get into it, there's one place, but you gotta qualify for every individual religion's heaven, which is literally impossible. You just can't do it, right? It cannot be done. Most of them...
Come and play with your hole.
Well, that's probably going to disqualify you from heaven in the first place, yeah. Like at least 3/5 of heaven's up there. But most of them also just disqualify you from all the others, right? So everybody goes to hell when they die. The real solution to the issue is we've split things into cool hell, which is where, frankly, most people go, and bad hell, which is, your Reagans, your Thatchers. I can think of a few people who will definitely be landing there shortly, whenever that Ouroboros starts finally eating itself. But we don't need to get bogged down in anything sobering. It is 420 after all. And I'm just kind of sifting through what people have decided to offer up unto me via the link that you can get in chat at any point. And maybe we pin that. That's probably a good idea. If we could pin the link and a little explainer, that would be nice. If mods could take that, I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Can't wait to go to Cool Hell. Well, if you're in the Discord, you're kind of already there. But who knows? Mayhaps you may confess a sin and find yourself condemned, and suddenly, I won't know who any of these people are. That being said, telling him, I have no responsibility for what they do. Maybe don't confess an active crime via the funny website that has no legal obligation to actually keep you anonymous to law enforcement, right? Just general vague OPSEC things, or OPSEC isn't the word, InfoSec. Just don't be an idiot, which is just a general rule for my chat, and people, sometimes limbo under it, but we make do. Anyways, I don't want to waste too much time. I do want to thank Mimey. This is back from when I played through Pentiment, the image on screen, but I just have this on screen so I'm, covering up the telonyms before we get into things. I don't want people judging and making assessments before we actually begin the judgment. I also have no idea how fucking long the stream is going to last, or I encourage people to continue submitting, and if you have more sins, we got a lot to get through, right? We theoretically got a good bit to get through, but I have no idea how long we can spend on discussion here. At the end of the day, I do make all the calls, and my judgments are objective and correct and indicative of your afterlife. But that being said, let's have fun with it, right? Let's get this off screen. Get ready to go. But thank you, Mimey, for this lovely art. And I also want to say thank you real quick to the mods, both on Twitch and Discord, who have got in. They've done the lion's share of the actual work for this stream, if I'm being honest, running through these and scanning them for me to make sure they're Twitch TOS safe and whatnot. I really, really appreciate that. And generally, everything that they do for the community as a whole, we really, really owe a lot to our mods. You know, thank you so much. Thank you, Mimey, you know, the art's on screen, Chipper, Marion, T, Elk, even anybody who like just kind of pops in. I know I got some IRL buds who peep the mod chat every once in a while, but mainly the community mods. I really want to thank y'all. Y'all do so much for me and this community as a whole, and I appreciate y'all a fuck ton. That being said, let's get this art off screen, and let's get to some confessions, right? Let's get into it. Genuinely cannot remember what you sent for confession? Oh, that's the most fun kind. Welcome on in, Esper. Hello. Thank you so much. I sent in my most mild ones. Your most mild. Peak centrism, my god. Okay. Did no work out shoved. Hey, well, it's good to have you here regardless, Elk. Anyways. Thank you in advance to anybody who's submitted for this. Because I'm psyched. Okay, first one. Our first confession for the day. One time in school, I shit my pants and let it fall from my pant leg onto the floor. I was standing in the cafeteria line and walked away before anyone noticed. Nobody has ever said anything about it. I am so sorry to my fellow youths. Okay, right off the bat, no indication of age, right? And this is gonna be one of those moments where like somebody might be in chat who's confessed this, and they're you know, maybe it's on you whether you want to blow yourself up for my chat in the future VOD upload, but it's a really good start. I don't know how much of a sin it is, right? It's like it's awful. It's a garbage thing to do. People had to have noticed, right? Yeah. They were 18. Okay, cafeteria line. That does imply. I'm assuming like maybe early high school at the latest. Reagan hell forever. To me, it's not a sin if it wasn't intentional, right? Yeah, like I don't think nobody ever intends to shit in their pants. Is the thing, and I have no idea how old this confessor is, but I cannot imagine modern day school cafeteria food. Is that already off cooldown? Wow. Have you heard Ao's Tale of the Phantom Shitter? I don't think I have. 10 minutes? Yeah, fuck. Okay, people are gonna be judicious. You have nothing to be angry at me for yet. What are you talking about? Why are you firing it off already? Hail Satan, thuggery. Okay. As I was saying, I feel like a lot of this was out of your hands, Sinner. Like I feel like a lot of this was out of your hands, right? I can't imagine that school cafeteria food is necessarily going to be fantastic for the for the digestive system, especially I have no idea how old you are. It wasn't great when I was a youth, and I can't imagine it's gotten better over time, right? It's not going to get any better in the near future either. So like, yeah, I feel like this is largely out of your hands. Mistakes happen, but nobody ever means to. This one's literally shit happens. Yeah. I don't. There's no guilt you should carry for this, and for that, I will absolve you, my child.
Oh my god! I can't believe it! Take a look at this, everybody!
Just don't shit in pool hell, or like outside of designated areas, right? Anyways, next sin. I guess I can. Well, I don't want to actually. I guess I might as well actually answer these, right? You know, absolved. I'm not gonna. Shit happens. We capitalize those first letters there. All right. Number 2. I once drowned a bunch of cockroaches in boiling water in the garbage disposal when I was young. So we've moved straight to animal cruelty, which is that's a leap. I feel like a lot of kids are just kind of dicks to bugs in general. Base. Wow. Okay, so does it count as cockroach? I don't think liars. Like I don't think. Okay, first of all, we played some Little B the Base God right before stream, and I do not. Little B is kind to every animal and every living creature, and so this is categorically not based. That being said, I don't think it's worth being condemned to fucking bad hell over, right? At the end of the day, like a lot of us have to deal with pests. You know, part of this is just a survival thing. Part of this is just like, I do not wish disease tracked in my domicile. And, you know, at a certain point, you do kind of have to let them know that your apartment or house or garden or whatever is a high-level raid zone, and they best come correct if they're about to pop into your neck of the woods, right? You need to establish boundaries. This feels like a little bit of a unnecessarily cruel way to do it, but I don't give that much of a fuck, so... Ayo! Welcome on in. I know what you were doing, gamer fuckos. Follow Ayo, please. She was just playing some Indigo Prophecy, and I'm going to watch all of that VOD later, because I'm really excited. Ayo, did you let the kid drown? Did you let the kid drown? Did you get back there again? And did you let the kid drown? Welcome on in. It's lovely to have you here. Anybody who's unfamiliar, hello, I am Phirmth. I make Cozy Little Baphomet, enjoyer of the weird, the obscure, the arcane, the cult classic. I make long-ass video essays for YouTube. You can check out in the link in chat. And today, we are doing a little something different. I usually play a lot of action games and RPGs and whatnot here. But today, we are doing a Sin Absolution stream for Sunday, for the Lord's Day, for the day where he is risen. I am going through sins anonymously confessed unto me via the link in chat, which you can add to if you'd like. And we will be, we as a chat are judging them, but primarily myself. I'm determining whether they go to bad hell or to cool hell. Thus far, we've only gotten through one. Somebody shit themselves. I was told, somebody told me I have to ask you, Ayo, about your tale of the phantom shitter. So I gotta hear that one from you sometime. But apparently we absolved them. We sent them, we decided that was a forgivable sin. Shit happens. Anyways, it's good to have y'all here. Hey, it was the phantom shitter? No, but it's a story that she has apparently. Anyways, welcome on in. How far did you get, Ayo? I saw you saved the child again. For shame. But I understand you want to keep your heroes mentally healthy. A person who lived in your dorm? Ooh. Okay, I definitely want to hear this story sometime. Lucas, Yes! You got to the bugs! Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I can't wait to watch that VOD. Fuckos, please follow Ayo. She's a delight. She's lovely, and it's fantastic to have her here. If you got a raid and run, I totally understand, but if you want to hang out, watch me cast judgment upon some anonymous sinners. This one over here, drowned a bunch of cockroaches in boiling water in the garbage disposal when I was young. I think that when I was young, also, again, I think a lot of kids are kind of needlessly cruel to bugs, but at the end of the day, it's nothing worth condemning over, right? We absolve.
I absolve you of your sins.
All right, beautiful. Still gotta play Go Prophecy. You were not watching the stream? No, welcome to the danger zone. We're absolving chat sins. Kids just be like that, sadly. Yeah, it's true. If it's like I actively drowned cockroaches in boiling water in my garbage disposal yesterday, I'm just like, feels like you did that for this confession. That's real fucked up, right? If the bugs can speak to Lil B, then I guess I should be nicer to the bugs. Exactly. Thank you, Propane. Forgive me, Phirmths, for I have sinned. I find knots attractive. So I feel like if I'm condemning this, I'm condemning like a larger portion of my community than I actually want to come to terms with. So, absolved. I don't want the backlash if I say no to this. Oh no! Oh god, everything's breaking, everything's breaking, everything's breaking. Oh no! Oh no! Oh god! Oh god, I'm sorry. Oops, I'm sorry. Noisy links. Just paid 6 channel points to condemn you. Sorry, I gotta capitalize this. Oops, I'm sorry. Noisy Links just paid 600 channel points to condemn you forever to bad hell. Oops, sorry. Well, bad hell's got one more soldier now. Some of these might be slow the first time they come up, which will be fun, especially when 2 happen at once. Oh boy, I really should have put things on a queue schedule, or whatever it's called, queue group, whatever. Oh boy. What's the rules on indulgence reversals? If you got the money to spend, then spend it. Okay, sure. This is my hell. Let's get this out of the way. For the Raiders, Super Mario RPG, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3, Adventures of Lolo 1 and 2, King's Knight, Dig Dug Shoe, if you can't take the knot, get out of the kitchen, Harvest Moon, Link Puzzle Pokemon, Toe Jam and Earl, in Panicon, Fuckotron, I'm gonna, please, fuck, I'm Castlevania, Fatal Fury, Ninja Jaja Maruku, Razor Blazing, Laser Spaces, Loaded Mega Turrican, Cybernator, Rolling Thunder, Dynastic Hero, Bubble Bobble Double Dribble Double Dragon F-Zero. F-Zero X and Donkey Kong Jr. Math, Ninja Gaiden 1, thank you for the follow, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, Cruise USA. I wanted to pin, if you can't take the knot, stay out of the kitchen, but we need to keep the other one pinned, fuck. I hate this. It's a really good line. Do it anyway. Yeah, can we pin that? Can we pin that? It's okay. I got the thing in chat. I got the thing in the stream description. If people are literate, they can find it and be like, oh, I wonder what this does, and type it in chat. I know they won't because nobody's fucking literate on this website, but we'll make it work. Talking between the lyrics is impressive. Usually I'm not cackling. Oh god, usually I'm gaming. Anyways, I'm gonna take a sip of water after that. What the fuck? Okay, this is a good stream. I was hoping the condemned screen to be the Shining Giratina of Eternal Torment. Okay. That's for the knot line? That's for the knot line? Fair enough. Okay, countered. Well, they're gonna have to watch the stream to see that they were countered. But they have been freed. Thank you, Chipper, for freeing them for the knots. How am I wearing that priest collar circling without it burning my neck? If you'll notice, I have it very specifically adjusted above the color of my sweater. This is completely intentional. It is it's actually a really complex 3D mesh that I've got going on here, and not something I cut out of a PNG 30 minutes before the stream while watching AO. The best of both worlds. Oh, wow, thank you, Elk, for making it work. That was a roller coaster of emotions. That's like the huge around here, if I'm being honest. It's upside down, therefore reversing the effects. Is it? That was unintentional, but it works. Oh god. Anyways, next sin. So I was well, it starts at there I was at the time. It didn't really seem I didn't mean to at the time. Well, it only happened once, but I threw up. Condemned for wasting my time. And that's from Jesus himself. So like, that's how you know it's real. The way this is worded, yeah. We don't want that shit, okay? I could hear the ooh fingers in every ellipse. Tiny Lucario coded, absolutely. Big J commends you for bad posting. Okay. Forgive me for I have sinned. I haven't shown up to stream in a while. For real though. Okay, I was about to say, like, don't make me do the obligatory, don't be a I'm not doing the parasocial yandere shit. Nobody's obligated to watch my streams. That's also why we have the VODs channel. Are they spelled through up too? Yeah, don't get me fucking started. We let a few stupid ones through for this exact reason. Thank you, mods. I love my mods, they get me. I love my mods, but they get me. There's a cooldown on the indulgences. There's a cooldown on there's gotta be a cooldown. There's gotta be a cooldown on the condemnations too, right? It's also expensive as fuck. I realize now that there's like there's gonna be a circle of chatters who have just like the super regulars who just they have the dragon's horde of channel points, and again, people in chat are welcome to beg for them to be your patron. Can't let chat control it too much. Exactly. Thank you. I was that kid. It was at a brawl tournament. Wait, what? One time I went, that kid just in general. One time I went to a Stash 4 tournament playing Cloud, and I essentially pub stomped an entire room of teenagers younger than me at the public library. I 100% ruined the chill function, and those homies were not saying GG. The pizza was pretty good, though. Absolved. They were granted an opportunity to learn and build character. It was a tournament! It was a tournament!
Go to heaven, my child.
What the fuck are you supposed to do? Not game? Jesus. Yeah, how else are you gonna learn? I lost my virginity on Easter while my parents went to church. Based! Incredible! What?
I love you, God!
Yeah! Jesus Christ! Come on! You're just using this confession stream to flex on us, I see. Absolved, grats on the neat sex. Okay, how good is Cloud and Smash BDW? Wrong button. Wrong button. Yeah. Cloud got absolved, or Cloud got condemned, actually. He was very good. He was very good in Smash 4. Just considered a very, very much a top tier. Anybody with a chargeable resource that you can just kind of play keep away and build up until you actually need it is pretty broken. So that was a condemnation on Smash 4 Cloud balance, I guess.
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan, Ether. Welcome on in. Yeah, Confessor's fine. Anyways. Next one. When I was in grade school, I thought the best way to get into writing was to write fanfic. It's a way to get into writing. You're writing. They were about, which led me to shortly after joining a collaborative My Little Pony fanfiction thingy. There are about 14 of us all writing about packing into a plane together, flying through a cloud formation, and crash landing into Equestria, turned into our OCs. It had a self-appointed council to oversee operations. The entire body got overthrown during writing twice. Yeah, revolution. Something like 12 chapters were in draft, only 3 actually got in put into fanfic sites. Yeah. Absolved. Revolution is based. Yeah, Absolved is not working. This is incredible. Yeah. Nailed it. Yeah, fucking great. Absolutely. You're just standard fun time playing Twins with your OCs. Yeah, but you got some structure to it. Shit. Okay. Forgive me for I have sinned. I like this format that people have adapted on their own. I wonder if it's the same person doing multiple confessions, or if just I hope multiple people just arrived at that on their own. I love that. I've always preferred eating cereal dry. If there is milk, it is in a glass next to the bowl. I get this. There's I'm gonna take a little sip of water. My throat's dry now. Speaking of dry, there's a really great over-under with Danny Brown, where he's talking about he says that cereal is overrated, because why do you give why are you eating something where you have to eat it quick before it goes bad? Like, and I don't mind a mushy cereal, but I definitely get, like, yeah, some people don't like that sog, right? And I also think that there's a lot, especially when you consider, like, not even modern American breakfast cereal, but, you know, just anything for like the past, I want to say like 30 to 50 years. Like, a lot of that shit is like, you could just grab a handful of it. That's a snack right there. It's practically dessert. Like, a lot of it's, you know, Lucky Charms is not that far off from just grabbing a bag of Skittles, if you ask me. So honestly, you know, dual wielding your milk and cereal, not a bad strat. I still don't mind a good classic bowl, but this is fine. This is very easily absolvable. Lukewarm take, TBH. But yeah, we don't need to.
I absolve you of your sins.
We don't need to elaborate on that any further. Sometimes they eat cereal directly from the box. Oh, the shredded bag cheese strat. Yeah. It's like grabbing a bag of chips and candy at the same time. Yes, exactly. Lucky Charms is candy. Marshmallows are not breakfast. Agreed. Yeah, I really question who made that decision, honestly. I like me a savory breakfast. I've got to get up and go. I got a whole day ahead of me. I need some protein. I don't get this. I don't get the pastries. It doesn't do it for me. They sell bags of just Lucky Charms marshmallows online. Chalk! Sugary chalk! Yo, Crave. Okay, speaking of like the day today, is Crave is such stoner bait, right? That is just chocolate. Yeah, there's chocolate Crave, and that goes unnecessarily hard, but it's also like, I can't imagine doing an activity after eating a bowl of that with milk, right? It's so fucking good. It's so, I think the first time I ever smoked weed, I had friends, you know, they were excited because like I was holding off for a bit, but they already did. They specifically like brought Crave because they wanted me to have that with me when I was stoned for the first time. And I was like, yeah, thank you for that. I did. That's, you know, they're looking out for me, right? Almost everyone was eating cocaine for breakfast in the 80s. And in the 50s, it was cigarettes and gin. Yeah. When I was in high school, I usually had a box of Reese's Puffs in my backpack for dry snacking. I was embodying the cool teen from their commercials. Yo, you had the look down. Please tell me there were sunglasses involved. Please tell me there were sunglasses involved. Did you eat them up, eat them up, eat them up? Reese's Puff cereal and chocolate milk. That's too much. Yeah, that is a capital T, capital M too much. That's just concentrated beatus. I think that's what Abed calls special drink in community. All right, let's get back to it. Forgive me, Demon Goat Daddy, for I have sinned. I totally yanked it to the Palicos in Monster Hunter. Actually, now I think about it, I'm not really that repentant. Honestly, it's like I want to absolve you because this is nothing compared to like literally half the stuff that was on the Hear Me Out tier list. On the other hand, I feel like I'm unconsensually participating in your voyeurism kink just by reading this, right? Like, I feel like you're just getting off on this confession in the first place. Huh? There's been messages, my baby children, sweet innocent voice, how dare you? A cat is not fine too. Am I kink shaming him? Kink shaming is much like violence, okay? It's not the first resort, but it's something that must be wielded responsibly. Oh. Okay. I feel like...
You filthy furry spawn of Satan, goddamn you to hell!
Oh shit, the bidding war! The bidding war, the snipe, the snipe, the snipe! And then both are on cooldown. Both are on cooldown. Oh my god, the counter! The counter! The counter! Holy shit, I never considered the meta! Anime tournament arc. Block this overhead. His stream is bananas. This is just called Fantation. No, that's where it ends. That's where it ends. That's the counterplay. That's a counterplay, okay? I was priorities. Tell me how the stack resolves. I don't know stacks. Only priority system I know is Pokemon. Okay. Condemned by will of chat. Okay, you forgot to put in your sin, or can you just tell me your... No, there's a thing for it. Clown girl. Welcome on in. Good to have you here. Based on your name alone, you'll be very, very popular. Okay. I stole my friend's copy of Mario vs. Donkey Kong for the GBA when I was in high school. Ooh. Topo is really... Topo, you're the last one to stab me too, right? Are you just really angry today? Normal kidship and go to hell. Fucked up, head forever, bad hell. Here's the thing. I too have had a game stolen. It's sinful if you consider this could have been that kid's one new game for like months. Yeah, but sometimes the new game just like isn't that good and you end up falling back on your old stash anyways. And okay, here's the thing. I had a friend. This wasn't even in high school. This was slightly after college. He was a really good dude. And then one day we hung out for a bit. We hadn't seen each other for like a couple months. And I lent him, we were like trying to catch back up, and I lent him, I was like, here, yeah, he said he wanted to like check out some games that I really liked, that like from my childhood. It was like a kind of a way we were catching up, and I lent him a really bad game from my childhood and a really good game from my childhood. I lent him my GBA copy, or my GameCube copy of The Hobbit tie-in platformer, and I lent him my GameCube copy of Beautiful Joe. And you people in chat know how much I fucking love Beautiful Joe, how much that original copy I got means to me. Homeboy ghosted me. Never heard from him again. And you know what? Absolute dick move. As much as I want to condemn you, in his place, I don't think he deserves to go to bad hell. I gotta remember the reason for the season. I'm going to exercise forgiveness. I'm going to exercise goodwill.
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
I'm letting go. I'm giving up. I'm letting go. I'm giving up. We're rising above today. We're rising above. Absolved, but I'm judging you the entire time. This was fucked up. Fine. Jesus didn't die for this. He turned the other cheek. Just barely. Oh, you're scraping by. Oh, you're scraping by. It helps that, like, I don't think Mario vs. Donkey Kong is that good. It's reskinned lemmings, right? Can we be real here? It's kind of weird that it was as much of a franchise as it was in the first place. I got to borrow a copy of Silent Hill 2 and never returned it. Already had it. That's not even the worst game that was ever stolen from me. Somebody stole my gold cartridge of Ocarina of Time during a party in college. Like that's like worth money, right? Like fuck. Like I loved that shit. The second one was legit Lemmings. The first is a legit platform. They made a first. There's a legit platform. Interesting. That's pure evil. Yeah. Yeah. People roll stole during parties. So crazy to think about. I have a suspect, Propane, and I think and you know him, but that's a story for another day. We have a lot of thefts for a while by a few players at Melee tournaments. Ooh. Yeah, no, I can definitely see that community, especially before the purging. Right? Party thefts were such a common thing. Yeah. And it's usually like, you know, it's usually like a bottle of liquor or something. It's not my precious game cartridge with my save data. Anyways, back to it. My confession is, ooh, we got a long one. Back in middle school, I think it was around 12 at the time. I love getting context. Because again, time is key. Age is big during a lot of these, right? Back in middle school, I think I was around 12 at the time, during French class, I once caught a lock of hair from the classmate sitting in front of me. I have no idea why I chose to do that. I didn't really have any reason to, but on that day, I decided to use my free will in such a way. Mere moments later, wait, this is already fantastic. Mere moments later, I realized how stupid it was. I panicked as my classmate turned around. Extra points for storytelling, yeah! I panicked as my classmate turned around and asked me if I had just cut her hair, to which I responded, probably shaking, no! She was not convinced, so she called the teacher over. By the time my classmate had turned around to face me, I was already covering the evidence with my foot. This, however, did not stop the teacher from deducing my leg inconspicuously stretched under my desk to reach just below the other person's seat. Was most likely concealing something incriminating. To my surprise, I was asked to lift my foot. I tried resisting. This reads like an I think you should leave skit. Pick your foot up. I don't wanna. No, pick your foot up right now. I need to see what's under it. I'm just like really tired. I think it's asleep. I think my foot, the chairs suck, dude. These chairs suck. They like pinch a nerve. I don't think I can move my leg. You're gonna have to try me again in like an hour. Like cough and flop. No, it's the choking. It's the choking at the restaurant scene, right? This is actually a crime. I'm not shocked. I mean, you can scry on somebody with their hair, right? Like that's a -5 to their save attempt. Can I just give you a season pass to both hells? I tried resisting. It was futile. They hoisted up my foot and in doing so revealed the strands of hair crushed beneath it. I was caught red-handed, or red-footed if you will, and punished. Not shortly after, everyone knew about this incident. To this day, if it's ever brought up, I lie about and say it was simply fidgeting with my scissors, and everything else just fell into place. The moral of this story, don't give scissors to unsupervised kids. Absolved. That was just the call of the void, sibling.
I love you, God!
Right.
A true Satan.
Oh, man. That was a really good one. That was a really good one. All right, I think Dark Souls 2 is the best Dark Souls game. People hate me for this. It's a clown car. It's a clown car, right? I watched some of AO play it. I definitely understand why a lot of people don't like it. I watched Byte play it a while ago, and I totally understand why they didn't get into it. Like that, there was a early on boss that completely lacked hit effects. Every time she hit him, you had to check their health bar to make sure you did any damage because there was no sound effect. There was no like sparks on the body. There was no nothing. Elden Ring's Dark Souls 2 too. No, Elden Ring. We don't even gonna get into that. Nowadays this is a warm take. People have warmed up to it. I think it's honestly because people have felt a little fatigue for the hype for Dark Souls 1 and 3, especially because, you know, so much of Dark Souls 3 is just Dark Souls 1, skipping over 2 entirely. And then Elden Ring is just kind of more Dark Souls 1, 3 dick sucking. So at this point, people just want anything different from FromSoft. And I after watching AO play through Dark Souls 2, I definitely get it, right? It's a clown car. It feels like in some ways the devs are having more fun than they've ever had. And I respect it for that. It gives me something fucking different. It tried to do things different instead of being coward by capitulating to a baby-ass player base who doesn't know what they actually want and just wants to make tier lists about which boss kicked their ass the hardest. Okay, I'm just gonna say absolved. Lukewarm take at this point, yeah. And this is cool hell. I was using slashing weapon and a crushing weapon would have had hit sound, a weird way of hinting at what's actually good to use. Then you make a better sound when you actually hit for real and still have a sound when you hit, period, okay? Artists of all kinds should hold a little bit of contempt for their audience. Yeah. YouTube Shorts comments have really helped me with that, if I'm being honest. Oh my god. Sometimes you just read through a list of comments from one person and they've just said lol, XD, Lamau on like 8 of your videos in the span of an hour. And I'm just like, this is the Wally meme of the dude just on the couch in front of the screen, just being fed content and going, yes, Algo, stuff me more, daddy Algo, right? Hello, Guag, welcome on in. So the commenter actually recognized me as a Baphomet. Yes, and somebody else underneath that was like, wait, people don't get that you're a Baphomet? I'm like, yeah, most people just stop at GOAT, right? That's all they need. That's our future generations. Yay! It's okay. The Department of Education can pick up the anyways, I've been hiding the fact that I'm a trans girl from my homophobic foes. I've been consistently seeking out to drink and do edibles with friends, go to raves in the name of affirmation, all while creeping my wafer-thin Christian boy facade. I have no intention to stop so long as I'm able. Let's be real. Let's be real. No sin present. No sin present. No absolution needed. Trans rights forever. I only hope that in the future, I only hope that you stop in the case in a future wherein you no longer have to hide this from anybody. Incredibly based. Keep being you. Keep boing. Yeah. Being untouched by sin. Pure of heart, but just for the ceremony's sake. And like, yeah, some trans rights emotes in the chats, please. For the love of fuck. Reagan hell for the parents, though. Bad hell for the parents, though. Made you go to cookie by eating it. Condemned. How dare. I'm getting Gur hoodie flashbacks.
Holy shit.
The whiplash. The whiplash from being clearly untouched by sin directly into just a miserable creature. Ugh. 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 Bad hell for all lolcat memes. Yeah, but I would have given a pass to long cat, just because it is very long, right? Reason munchies. You can't just promise me a cookie that isn't even here anymore. All right. Ooh, we got a big one. We got a nice longo. We got a longerton over here. All right, this should be good. This should be good. Forgive me, Phirmth, for I have sinned. When I was a young lad, my sis and I would be sent off to summer camp every year, probably so my parents could get drunk and bang without kids in the house ruining the vibe. Understandable. I hated the outdoors and bugs and heat, so obviously I was sent to a ranching camp in southern Florida. Nothing keeps a shut-in computer kid sane like sleeping in a log cabin in 90-degree weather with horseflies everywhere, but that's no excuse. Oh yeah, I remember summer camp, yeah. A few weeks into camp, nerves fried, I was waiting for my turn to play cards in the cabin. Problem was, the kid who lost didn't want to get up. He was being a real dick about it, so I grabbed his arm to pull him up. And that's when his buddy sucker punched me. What happened next was a blur of red. I couldn't tell you exactly how it went down, but I know at some point I was strangling him very, very hard. After they pulled me off him and came to my senses, I had a slightly bloody nose while he had a huge bruise on and around his Adam's apple. I've never seen red like that again, and I don't like to think about what might have happened if I hadn't been pulled off him. Damn. Yeah, I was about to say summer camp. I feel like we're gonna get more than a few confessions from summer camp, because there's something about summer camp, the shunting away from your normal conditions, lack of people that you're actually familiar with and spend time the rest of the year around to hold you accountable. Like, I feel like it's proper breeding ground for sin. And the heat. I like summer camp. I like summer camp some of the time. I've had some pretty negative summer camp experiences and some pretty great ones. Deserved? Yeah, like here's the thing. Yeah, all those hormones, that too. Oh my god, yeah, they can't even jerk it because like you're surrounded by other kids in the bunks, right? Like so everybody's just pent up and angry, and your team lost the color war. Hail Satan, Mix, welcome on in. How you doing? Escalating aggression to psycho level is a legitimate way to deter future. I too have had my one moment. If you go to my VODs channel, there's like a playlist called Storytime with Phirmth. There's not much on it right now, but I have one for me telling a story the one time I threw a punch, which was back in high school. And I'm glad I got that out of my system and that it was successful. It's like one of the only times in my life where I know I hit a natural 20. But I do love that story. Maybe if we get to the end of this stream and we got like some time left, maybe I'll retell that just for fun, right? For a second I assumed you were insinuating summer kids had casual racehorse. Yeah, it's right between the three-legged race and capture the flag. Actually, depending on the camp you get sent to in the US nowadays, like I feel like some of those kids, I'm just thinking about that one episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Dennis and Dee find the kids' videos from the camp their grandma sent them to. Race war, come on, yeah, fuck. Last year I went to summer camp. I almost got kicked out by the staff. Jesus. I feel like I was all right on my last year of going to this one summer camp. It was like the last year I could do it without becoming like a counselor in training or anything. And I'm really glad I didn't go down that route in my life. But like, I feel like I was a point where I could have. Gotta be a clean bean at camp camping falls. Anyways, okay, so I gotta absolve them because they did get punched first, right? Hail Satan said, oh, welcome on in. Still never watches Always Sunny. Oh, it's Always Sunny is definitely worth getting into. Not everything is aged great, and yet like a lot of the things, it's got that Venture Bros quality where even the things that haven't aged great are usually in the context of characters being really shitty people, and so it's not unbelievable, right? Never started but always finish it. There's still some stuff worth keeping around from the early episodes, but yeah, like, comedy from the early 2000s. Grab an entire shaker, it's all going with you. Going with you, but right. Siblings and I went to the same summer camp for 9 years ago. I went to the same one my sister went to for a few years, yeah. But we were always separated by a few years, so like we in different, which I think is the way to do it, frankly. Oh, I meant about the self-defense. Never started but always finish it. Oh, yes, true. Now, in my personal punch story, it wasn't like I was the first one to throw a punch, but I did say the words, if you hump me again one more time, I will punch you in the head. And then the dude humped me. And so, haymaker. But anyways, that's my own thing. Fucking Torgo, right? Yeah. It's self-defense. Yeah, at that point it is. But yeah, I gotta say, absolve. I too know the power of fantastic violence, and though you shouldn't have gone all Evangelion episode 19 with it, self-defense is valid. It is episode 19, right? Monch? Yeah? Provocation clowns. Yeah. Counts. I said clowns because I read your name, Clown Girl. Anyways. What a very specific reference. I love that series. Anyways. We are overdue for an ad break, so we're going to take one of those right now. When we come back, more Sin Absolution. I don't know about y'all. I'm having a really good time. This has been a fun stream. Thank you again to the mods. Oh shit, absolve. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Wow, this one keeps coming up. I got it random. Which absolution pops up? So. Anyways, from the lifestyle. Care. What the fuck? Anyways, we're gonna do a cursed little BRB for the funsies when we come back in roughly 3 minutes after the ad break. Yeah, again, people are really surprised I like Evangelion. Like, really? Oh god. Anyways. Best first stream though. Yeah, this is your first stream. Incredible way to be introduced. Anyways, enjoy the cursed BRB screen if you're subscribed. If not, we'll catch you again in like 3 minutes. Grab a snack, grab a water, whatever it is you do. Burba.
Oh no. Satan's pretty cool.
This right here is my swag. All the girls are on me. Damn. Everybody pay attention.
Please clap.
Oh no. Satan's pretty cool.
All right, welcome back, fuckos. Welcome back. I hope everybody enjoyed their time in ad hell. Good to be back. Good to be here. Before we get back into things, first of all, I'm having a grand old time. I hope y'all are too. Second of all, Hail Satan. I checked Blue Sky really briefly during this, and I didn't check it much. Nara, thanks. Hail Satan. Welcome. I just have to show. I got added by Molly. Oh, it's part of your confess? Oh my god. Okay. Well, we'll get to that. I guess you've outed yourself when we get to your confession. But I'm so excited for that. Okay. There's context to it. I thought it was just like a the Baphomet bathtub joke, like, because sometimes Premiere Pro's auto transcriptions think I'm saying bath mat when I say Baphomet. Yeah, I think I'm being told to bathe. Anyways, no, that's the meme I made when you broke it. Oh my god! Thank you for holding off on that. Oh my god! Oh man! Oh my god! We'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get to that. That's incredible. For people who don't know, because we got some newbies around here. I think it was oh god, it's like almost a year and a half ago at this point. It was almost a year and a half ago. I was a Wednesday. I was about to stream more like Kingdom Hearts 2 or something, and I was getting out of the bathtub, and I had one leg raised, and the one I was standing on simply slipped out from under me, and I fell forward, and the first point of impact was two of my front teeth on the lip of my bathtub, and fucking destroyed them. Had to I have dental implants now. It was an entire thing. I was using a denture for like nearly a year, which left me with lingering jaw damage. But like, this is a funny way to commemorate it. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, it was not a fun time. Hello Muppet, how you doing? This is why bathtubs scare me. I have not gotten to move yet, so I still shower in the same bathtub I slipped in. And you know, every moment the knees buckle, you get a little terrified. One of my friends, he's dead because of bathtub mishap. Yeah, they're kind of evil to purple people, apparently. Yeah, shit. Oof. God. Anyways, let's get back into it. We got more of these confessions to get through, and I'm excited. Oh, this is why you get a shower chair. Yeah, but the tub's so small. I like being able to move around. I like being able to stretch. It's okay to sit, but then I feel even older with my fake teeth. Anyways, I still want to get it. I still wish it was one of the fangs. I still wish it was one of the canines. Because God, a single gold fang would go hard as fuck. Anyways, when I was in middle school, a kid that bullied me was bragging about having a 144p picture of boobs on his flip phone. So I snitched to the teacher. Later, I got backed into a corner by him and two other boys because apparently his dad gave him the pic and they got in trouble. I managed to get away with just a warning because the bell rang. I mean, yeah, this is a pretty, like... This is a pretty innocuous one. Like, don't get me wrong, I do feel compelled to punish anyone for denying anybody access to boobage, right? Like, I feel like that's just, you know, pictures of boobs are kind of, you know, like that on a certain level of fundamental human right, if you ask me, right? Should you desire them, right? I'm not saying it like has to be always, you know, the exact ones you want. You know, consent exists, right? But like, I think just about anybody should have, you know, some access to picture of boobage. They're a snitch, right? Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, that's the thing. They're a snitch. It's really fucking funny that his dad gave him the picture of the boobs, and that he got in trouble too. That's a bully. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's a, you know, it's a middle school bully, right? There was reason. No, there was reason to snitch on the titties, right? Like, yeah, you know, this is presumably the only means of counterattack available to this sinner, right? Is giving your kid boob pics normal? Not at all. Not at all. Not even remotely. Maybe it's a box of porn moment. It's like a theoretically formative moment to anybody it's happened to that's just somehow missed me entirely. Rita, hello, happy Easter to you. You're the bun. It's good to have you here. Welcome on in. Thank you for the resub. Welcome. It's not normal, but weirdly common. Maybe in different cultures. I don't know. I don't think that we should punish the son for the sins of the father. Yeah, but the son's got his own sins, mainly bullying the sinner, right? Did what you could to get back at them if they were a true shit. It had its pass for me, but blurry line. Yeah, like I think it's a pass. Like I think the bully context gives it a pass. I don't take well to snitches, but I understand punching back with any means you have available to you, right? Hand-me-down books are a thing. Yeah. You know, like father, like son, cats in the cradle, and all that. Hand-me-down boobs, which is also accurate here. No parent should be doing that. I'm not like, I don't know. I feel like a lot. Okay, my dad my dad showed me Barbarella when I was like probably a little too young for it, right? And that's like it's still pretty softcore in the grand scheme of things, but I feel like a lot of kids have had like a similar experience. Like I think a lot of boys have had an experience or like a moment where like the dad's like, we're gonna get you some fine upstanding entertainment, right? Or, you know, now I think about it, there's always the Cotton Hill moment of just take your kid to a whorehouse. But either way, I think you're gonna be absolved. It wasn't the boobs, it was to get into trouble. Yes, but you're still cutting off somebody's access to boobs, right? Absolved. Don't tell your mother. Absolved, but snitching isn't cool. You get a pass for punching back at a bully, though. And we submit that. And oh,
I absolve you of your sins.
Still out of stock? Wait, really? Was the last one that recent? I wanna click it out of let me just make sure I didn't accidentally put a cap on how many people could do. No, there aren't limits on redemptions per stream. I guess it just was pretty recent. Unless, yeah, no, there shouldn't be limits on it or anything. Anyways, back at it. Not the biggest sin, but probably a funny one. So there was one time as a kid, a small goat, when I saw my little sister had some food in her hand and I took a bite out of it. She started crying and thus our mother came to investigate. My sister related what happened to our mother and she asked me to open my mouth. Devil little me knew this would happen, so before she came, I used my tongue to remove as much evidence as I could from my teeth, and it proved to be enough because she saw nothing incriminating there. Years later, I told my sister about it and she said she didn't remember a thing. But she still hit me for it. That's just smooth. That's just a smooth operation. I feel like, anybody else feel like sins against siblings are slightly more forgiving? I feel like interacting with your siblings is one of the few times you get to actually interact with a peer and learn what it's like to be an asshole, right? Like it's formative. You know, that's part of making you into a person in a lot of ways. It's PvP. It's PvP. Yes, that's such a good way of putting it. Absolved. Siblings turn every interaction into PvP automatically. Yeah. Kane, exactly.
I love you, God!
A lot of forgiveness going around here. We're feeling the spirit. We're feeling the reason for the season. I've secretly drafted a Fursona design for a good friend of mine who isn't a furry, and I've been getting art of us hanging out and playing games. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god, it's like single white female in 2025. No, I don't know. I don't know if we can do predictions. I don't know about that because, like, I feel like it's gonna influence me. It's gonna influence me. It's weirdly, yeah, it's invasive. It's weird. It's weird. Ooh, I don't know about that. Good friend is like one thing, right? But just do your thing. That's in regards to your, okay. That's in regards to the bet. Fair enough. If you want to run them, you can. I'll just try and ignore them. Yeah, I'm a little. Ooh. I don't know if it's bad hell worthy. But like now I'm wondering, like, how are you going about interrogating them, trying to figure out like what the Fursona would be in the first place? That's a big decision to make for somebody else in the first place, right? Whole ass Fursona. One time, my parents got me a shirt with like Naruto eating a bowl of ramen on it. I think they just did that because like they know I like anime on some level. I've never read a single fucking chapter of Naruto. I've never seen an episode. I have no idea. I know that Hokage is ninja president and that Rock Lee takes off the weights and everybody forgets that Dragon Ball did it decades earlier. But that's it, right? You ain't gotta be spending that commission money on this, right? Bad hell's for Reagans and Thatchers. Cool hell is cool. Well, this isn't cool necessarily. Oh, the Naruto I even get was against my will. Yeah. This is against the friend code and goes to bad hell. You share this shit. Well, at the very least, they're getting shamed for it by chat, right? At the very least, there's that. Good evening, Ashley. Happy Easter. Welcome on in. I'd say forgiven, but the penance is stopping it. Just the penance is stop it. Yeah. I agree. Absolved, but
Filthy furry spawn of Satan, goddamn you to hell!
never mind. Okay. Another war comes up? I think it's if it's a lot of art that's weird, like why be secret about it? Yeah. My dad discovered the ghost stories of hell yeah. Okay, the parry, yeah. That's one hell of a reversal. Maybe for the end of this, maybe towards the end, I'll take off all time limits on those and just let people, vote with their wallets entirely. But damn, I didn't know this many people were stacked like that. My God. How have the sins been? Enlightening. People have gotten to wars over indulgences and condemnations. Okay, but with the penance of stopping, chat lost a lot of channel points over this one. You barely made it out with your soul intact. Look inward. Show them Fursona's penance. No, that's even worse. We don't want to force that upon them. Damn, hey, Blue. Welcome on. Please talk about your friend about the Fursona. Yeah. Right. Okay. We had a good thank you for running the bets there, Elk. I will pay no attention to bets, so that I will not be influenced. Anyways, let's get back into it. My God. Oh no, never mind. The redeem was taken care of for me. That happened already. All right. My plushies have seen me do abhorrent things in my bed, and I feel bad for them, but also I have no intention of changing the current situation. Is there a compromise I can do so that my sins don't damn me? Now, this one's really... Okay, they're at the bargaining stage. They're at the bargaining stage. I think that's important. They already realize... I don't want you going into this thinking like you got a ton of wiggle room. But yeah, I was going to say, simply turn them around. Absolved, but your penance is to simply turn them around beforehand. I should capitalize that too. And in that time, think about what it is you're about to do. Does this honor God? Right? Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair, right? In the bed, not to the bed. Yeah, well, it wouldn't really matter. Like, I don't know. I don't care that much about the sins you made unto your bed, right? Just get them in. What if the plushie's into it? If that's your headcanon, but here's the thing. I feel bad for them implies that there's already a headcanon. There's an emotional relationship that's already been established with the plushies. This sinner already has a headcanon for how these plushies feel about the situation, right? It's Woody and Buzz when Andy starts going through puberty. Like, nobody wants to necessarily bear witness to that. So compromise, put him in the chest, right? Anyways, absolved with penance.
Oh my God! I can't believe it! Take a look at this, everybody!
Oh, okay. Big Sid, just put them on the chair. Okay. I've been slowly taking chocolate chips from my family's cupboard. I'm a chocoholic and also an adult who's tired of being treated like a child with my diet. Okay, some venom in this one. Yeah. I mean, yeah, indulge in some chalk if you need to, if you want to. You're not a dog. Your digestive system can handle that. A single chocolate chip at a time, that's like equivalent of, you know, that's not a sin. That's shredded cheese out the bag at 3 a.m. Right? That's a single slice of deli meat eaten on its own as a snack. This is just grazing, right? Especially if your diet is being controlled and it's extra based because it's an act of rebellion. Hell yeah, absolutely. Chocolate microdosing? Yes, exactly, Nika. Welcome. This is rights, yeah. Absolved, no sin, TBH. Hey, there's a little bit of theft involved, but if it's your family, I don't know. This is the platonic ideal of the the asshole reaction stream. Ooh, okay, good way of putting it. Yeah, no, I've been having fun. This theft, but hear me out, it's cool. Yeah, exactly. Theft ain't exactly an automatic condemnation by any means. Chocolate is a human right. Fuck it. Yeah, absolutely. Such a good bunch of sinners you all are. Whenever I have the means to, I make Pilk. Pepsi and milk is genuinely one of my favorite drinks. I feel like you're confessing this just for the meme. Hello, Ed. I feel like you're confessing this just for the meme. But if it's not just for the meme and it really is genuinely one of your favorite drinks, like your intestines alone are probably about to mutiny within 6 months. But like honestly, that's what you're doing unto yourself, right? This would be like condemning for this would be like condemning somebody for cigarettes. Yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's kind of an easy absolve, I think. Bile isn't sin. Yeah. Too much soda causes the milk to curdle. Yeah, but they're doing it to themselves. They're doing it to themselves. If it's how they want to go, if they want to be the Mentos and Coke, then so be it, right? Ice cream float, but quicker and warmer. A key ingredient right there. If they did this to someone else, then that's a sin. Yeah, but like, what? I don't think there are many ways to non-consensually force Pilk upon somebody. Even Pilk boarding seems like a dubious prospect at best, just on a mechanical level, right? I think the curdling alone would stop it from working. It wouldn't get through the towel. can't drink this. No, you're right. It's that easy. Absolved, vile, and self-destructive isn't condemnable.
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
Stop it, what are you doing?
Stop,
Stop it,
don't
stop it,
fight.
cut it out,
Don't
help.
Pilk boarding, we're always advancing the meta here, okay? Every stream we make new advancements in the torture meta. Lord Baphomet, forgive me, for I have sinned. I stolen a few pens while being influenced by a friend when I was in middle school. And in that same school, I stolen a clock from out Robotics lab just to see. YouTube Shorts commenter wrote this, didn't they? And in that same school, so we're assuming middle school, actually, no, a Shorts commenter couldn't have done this because they can't follow links to the actual VODs. I stolen a few pens while being influenced by a friend when I was in middle school. And in that same school, I stolen a clock from out Robotics lab just to see if I could, and got away with it. That's pretty funny. Hey, wait, stealing a whole clock is pretty fucking funny. Like, I'm assuming one of the round, like, just do the classic round, nondescript, flat wall clocks. Pretty fucking funny. Oh, God. I have also cheated on single players games when I got too frustrated and wanted to win, using trainers to beat hard bosses and traverse difficult areas in games like Hollow Knight. I even turned Path of Pain into the Path of Minor Inconvenience. We got a comedian here. We got a comedian here. I am so confused. Your command of the English language is proficient enough to at least conceptualize of this joke. But I stolen. I'm really. Even if most of the games I play legit, I had moments of weakness. And worst of all, when I'm mad, I get really rude to people. Is this Fei Fong Wong? It sounds like having to do some friends with on Discord. Yeah, like I see no sin except for questionable literacy. English isn't your first language. I'm sorry. Fair enough. I will forgive you, though. As long as you're not a minor. Okay, as long as this isn't been written by a minor. How do you know I was playing Xenogears on another stream? Because you have pretty base taste in games, thuggery, okay? Alright. Yeah, at the end of the day, I think, you know, the old difficulty mod to get through a part of the game that you kind of don't give a fuck about. Pretty based, right? All right. I was like 12. Gotcha. Yeah, no. We're going to hit you with the absolution. But your penance is having to do the Path of Pain for real. The stealing is pretty funny, too. I really like the clock. Yeah.
Oh
Hit him with the absolution.
I can't believe it. Take a look at this.
Path of Penance, exactly. Good, yes. Penance is paying Ikarga every day for a year. I don't know if I talked about this on stream, but somebody did that. I got a comment on that video saying from somebody who did that, and they said they had the same fucking conclusions that I did. They feel like they got a lot out of it. They applied the lessons they've learned to other aspects of their life, but also they don't think they'd really recommend it to anybody else. All right. Next. Before I went to bed, I called my mom with a low battery and said I'll keep talking to her until my phone runs out. Moments later, she began talking about keeping up with the Kardashian, and that's when I pretended my phone died by hanging up. Hell yeah! Absolved! Reclaim your time!
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
What are you doing?
Stop,
it.
don't stop.
You're good, you're good, you're good, you're fine. All right, here we go. Whoa! 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 Oh, we're in for a story time! Forgive me, Phirmth, for I have sinned. I committed the sin of premarital and permanent barred a Mormon man from getting into the celestial kingdom because I played MacGyver at an impromptu sleepover. The first person I ever dated was a Mormon whose parents did not like me at the start of our relationship since I was a person outside of their religion, so they fully believed I would corrupt their baby boy if they let me stay over alone with him for any length of, I'm assuming, time. They were completely right, of course, but my point is my BF at the time was not down with his parents' way of thinking since he liked being with me. One of the ways we got around the arbitrary no sleepovers rules his parents had was breaking and entering. That sin doesn't count. At night, so I could, well, first of all, I'm the one who determines which sins count, fuck you, so I could hang out with him when his family was asleep. Well, on one of those nights, when I was in his room after hours, we were like, let's bang, and got all excited to do the dirty. Wait! What does MacGyver have to do with this? What does MacGyver have to do with this? Okay. This is where we ran into our first stumbling block of the night. Not only was I not on any form of birth control, but neither of us had condoms, and I'd sooner be dead than take the risky gamble of letting a dude hit it raw. Now, the logical conclusion to this story would be us giving up and possibly coming back at a later date with proper equipment. That's when we ran into the second issue. We were young, dumb, and horny, meaning we were going to do it anyway, just with a bit of improvisation. Yo! I went to full MacGyver mode and made a makeshift condom out of cellophane and a loose rubber band, and I used their fancy Italian imported olive oil for lube. It's body safe in small doses, but most doctors do not recommend it as a personal lubricant. It's okay, it's only most. It's okay, it's only most. Due to TOS, I can't talk specifics, but needless to say, it got the job done and made sure to save a man's soul from Mormon heaven. I don't think there's any way I could condemn you for this. You showed ingenuity, you showed compassion, you rebelled against oppressive parentage, and you showed passion, and that gets absolved in my book.
I absolve you of your sins.
If the olive oil was imported, though, that's, you at least owe that family like $30. Dude's crotch smelled like Italy for a week. Absolved, mamma mia. That's a spicy meat ball. Olive Garden bread dicks hitting. Well, they're endless is the thing, as long as you hang out at the table, right? Oh God, forgive me, Phirmth, for I've sinned. When I was younger, I flew out to visit a friend and was staying in a hotel that was a couple stories tall with a balcony that was right above the entrance of the building. After an evening of dining and boozing, my friend and I got it into our heads that it would be really funny to make a game out of spitting off the side of the balcony. In the midst of our dumb game, a bald guy came outside blabbering loudly on his phone while standing directly on the target we were using to aim our spittle. After a few minutes of waiting for this guy to hopefully go away, I turned to my friend and said, I have an idea. I then proceeded to bullseye the biggest loogie dead center on this bald dude's skull, and boy did he scream. Got away with it too because we both shot backwards into the shadows the second it happened so he wouldn't see us. Okay. Yeah, man, it's it's just because they hit it, right? It's just because they hit it, I think. I think it's got to be that. You're victimizing the bald, and they're on a bad phone call, which is already, you know, they're having a bad day. I think that the fact that it hit kind of makes up for it. It kind of makes it fate. It's one of those moments. It's like a Buster Keaton window moment. You know, it's the universe saying it's okay. You have the mandate of heaven. You can do this. Rule of cool, right? Bullseye gets out of trouble. Yeah, hello, Batgamer. Welcome on in. Okay. This is an attack on specifically Northern Lion. Yeah. Absolved. Rule of cool dictates that the fact that you bullseyed forgives you. Mess of sentence construction there, but whatever. All right. Ooh, another long one. Oh, Rita. Thank you for the gift sub. I appreciate it. Thank you for contributing to the family. All right. Big one, long one. Gonna take a sip of water beforehand. Oh my god. I'm excited. Forgive me, Phirmth, for I have sinned. Years ago, I made the call to go over to my ex-boyfriend's house to swim in his pool and hang out, despite knowing that I was about to start my period at some point that day or the next. While swimming, I start to experience intestinal cramps, which isn't super surprising for me, but to be on the safe side, I got out of the water and took a break in case it got worse. Eventually, the cramping calmed down, but stupidly, instead of going home, I stayed because I was having fun and didn't want to leave just yet. Turns out that was the wrong decision because cramping came back with a vengeance after my ex-boyfriend, who wanted me to feel better and see some soapy titties, asked if I wanted to take a shower together, which I agreed. We were barely in the shower for 5 minutes when I experienced a particularly intense cramp before feeling something physically slide out of me and splat to the floor. Wait. Splat? Oh, okay. Had to think about it. It's more than just blood that comes out there, right? Yeah. Right? God. Yeah. It's lining. Yeah. It's the placenta that could have been. The club. Yeah. Oh God. I just I really appreciate the extra detail of the splat. Now, I am used to this. I experience periods on the regular, so I was not afraid of this thing that suddenly dropped out of me. The man standing next to me, who had zero personal experience dealing with a period up till that point, looked absolutely horrified when I bent down and picked it up to show him. Oh no! I just read the furtive pygmy. I said that I got the bright idea to make a joke about it to hopefully lighten the mood a bit. So without thinking, I said, oh, I was gonna name him his name Junior.
Oh. I'm okay.
Hold that shit up like the Lion King. So then, it did not lighten the mood, but as it turned out, and I quickly had to explain that the squishy red thing in my hand wasn't a fetus, but a really big blood clot, so stop freaking out already. I probably traumatized him, but all in all, I thought the joke was pretty fun. Yeah, absolved. You were moved by the spirit of comedy, right? Absolved. This is unanimous with chat. It's good that you feel bad about it. It's good that you feel bad about it, because that would fuck with me too, right? Wow, we are good. There's a running theme right now. We're on a period combo. That's amazing. Thank you very much. Oh shit! Thank you for giving us sub to Absolved. Its existence far from now explaining periods good enough for the boys. I don't know if any amount of image training is going to prepare you for somebody confronting you with it and naming it after you, right? Oh God. Forgive me, Phirmth, for I have sinned. As a person who experiences monthly periods, for a long time I wanted them to wrap up faster than my body naturally takes to run through the cycle. From this impatience, I ended up developing a pearl polishing schedule for myself, specifically during the week Aunt Flo visits, that I now swear by in helping speeding things along. You may be wondering how I figured that out, so I'll tell you. In order to turn your insides into outsides, the body releases prostaglandins to make the muscles contract, and sensation-wise, it can vary from uncomfortable to downright painful. For a long time, I had to deal with it until I finished after 5 to 7 days. But then one day, I realized that there was another way to induce a series of localized contractions in the same area that feels a hell of a lot better. Since then, thank you for, wow, this is really good euphemizing, right? This is really good euphemizing. The great, you know, it's like the Canyon mission in an Ace Combat game, except you're avoiding TOS. This is impressive. Like, I'm picking up what you're putting down, but we're playing jacks, not cards here. Like, there's some dexterity to it. Yeah, just come the period lining out. Exactly. Since then, I've been able to knock the length of my periods to just 3 to 4 days after I, rather than experience the full 7 by prescribing myself orgasm like an old-timey doctor. Disclaimer, this is completely anecdotal, and there's no scientific backing to this claim yet. Absolved? Gooning is surprisingly not a sin, especially in the name of science. I think we can all agree with that, right? I don't know if anybody's gonna argue with that one, right? It's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you for applying the scientific method to that. I'm sure you had plenty of control groups to work with. Yeah. Jackie is important and healthy. Exactly. Yes. If we had a good society, we would have decades of research on this. I need a real sinner to roll in. These bets been free. Well, okay, here we go. One time when I was like 10, I jump scared a cat so hard that it fell down a full flight of stairs, and I remember laughing like the evil little shit I was at that age. Condemned with back his cat. Here's the thing though. I know cats can land from like a great height really easily. How are they with stairs? How are they with stairs? Do we know? Remember to jerk your jongus every night? Thank you, Steve Brule. Hell? Well, it's hell no matter what, right? Yeah, also 10-year-old. We gotta keep that in mind, right? Yeah, that kitty was probably fine for real. The kitty probably did that thing when like your friend moves to slap you and they don't actually touch you, but you still say ow, right? Like scaring cat, not a great thing. Putting a little fear in the Victorian child every once in a while is all right. Also, 10 years old. Part of me wants to condemn just because, you know, it's been a minute since we've done a condemnation. Mean, but at least they didn't kill it. Well, okay, but that can't be our bar, right? That can't be our baseline. That can't be the standard we set for ourselves, Jaime. Did you kill a child? Or a cat? Worse. I was also presuming this is accidental jump scare. No, something tells me this 10-year-old. Actually, no, I don't know if a 10-year-old's smart enough to purposefully jump scare a cat. Right? Yeah, not killing something shouldn't be the bare minimum, right? I shouldn't condemn for condemnation's sake. Yeah, no, honestly. Absolved, but only based on age. The age is a huge asterisk. Thinking about cats as cat culture? Oh shit, you're right. They're built for that. It would be like putting your neck, it would be like putting your jaws around a dog's neck, but not actually biting. Like it would just go limp. That's what they recognize, right? No, I don't have a quota. I'm not a fucking cop, Mimey. Okay? We don't have a baseline number of condemnations we're hoping to hit. I just would like to, it's funny when we get to do it, right? 10-year-olds are surprisingly smart. Fallacy, anecdotal evidence. Absolved primarily because the age puts a serious asterisk on this one. Is that not how you spell asterisks? Oh, none of these seem right at all. Asterisk. That would be. Asterix is the Viking man in the European cartoons. Yeah, the French Viking. Yeah. If any word would have an X in it, you'd expect asterisk, but no, that's not how it's spelled. Yeah, asterisk. All right, in 3rd grade, I once whipped another kid with a jump rope for making fun of my name. I mean, this is just, oh shit, did I hit the button? I didn't hit the button, did I?
I absolve you of your sins.
Yeah. That's for the last one. I forget if I hit the button. Yeah. Cracker behavior, Jesus Christ. This is the thing. I think we were all both these children at one point. We were all both these children at one point in our lives. Yeah, age really throws up the thing. Absolved. We were all both of these children. The point. Anything can be a weapon. Activity really 30. Oh no, I'm thinking about some of those kid jump ropes. Those were some wiry shits, right? That's just proper execution of holy law, bro. Your name is sacred. Bro, if they have my true name, they can save against any of my spells for free. All right. Ooh, wait, I love this. Wait, I love this one. I regularly lie about having seen movies when I think people recommend them to me too much. I've done this multiple times about multiple series. The entire Friday the 13th franchise, every Alien movie except 3, which I thought was pretty good, even some Satoshi Kon films, which I haven't gotten around to watching, despite knowing I love them. I'm likely not going to stop anytime soon. It's a straight 50-50 chance if I'm lying or not at this point. This is an incredible conversation hack, and I don't think I can trust you if I know this about you, but that's actually fascinating. Wait a second. Oh my god, wait, this is, yeah, you're just kind of trying to get the freaks off your back. No, okay, the fact that you're saying it about stuff that you know you'd like, I guess the issue is, how often do you get challenged on this? And I don't mean challenged in like a contrarian way. I guess, how often do people follow things up with what's your favorite part? Most people, I guess it's a great way to, wait, this is actually genius because it's a great way to know whether somebody actually wants to talk to you about a certain piece of media, or they just want to confirm that you had it. That they just want to confirm that you've seen it, right? Are they just knowledge checking on me? Are they just knowledge checking me? Or are they trying to start an actual conversation? That's, shit, this is actually brilliant. You have to reach a point where they're like, what do you think? Yeah. It's called looking up the plot on Wikipedia. I feel like if you're going out of your way to look up the plot on Wikipedia for the sake of this, the whole point of doing this is to not put more effort into this shit, right? But a lot of the time when somebody starts gushing about something, you really can just nod and be like, yeah. And it's a lot of things that have some pretty high chance of cultural osmosis taking care of it for you. I can't just tell Phirmth, yeah, I played God Hand and have 0 follow-up. That's true. That's a situation you do not want to be in, right? But this is a smile and wave. In another world, I do this with Elden Ring. In another world, I do this to get out of conversations about Elden Ring, right? Instead of having to actually defend my point, to defend my indefensible position of fucking despising that game. Your life is probably filled with a lot less pain and struggle than mine for doing this, and honestly, I think that's pretty based of you.
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
Stop it, what are you doing?
Stop it,
Stop it,
fight.
cut it out.
Don't
Hell.
stop.
What's your favorite boss from Elden Ring? The one guy that's just the reskin of the Outrider Knights. Absolved. This is honestly kind of genius. You devious bitch, you. I should love part 33 of your Elden Ring playthrough. You sure fucked up, Astel. That's my favorite of Toriel's children. Yes. What's your favorite boss of Lady Gaga noises? Whoa. Whoa. Did anybody turn to the screen and just see aura radiating out from this? Anybody like, I'm just seeing the JoJo's menacing gif over this. It's not really specific at all. It's not specific at all. I almost want to condemn them for the sin of being an edgelord about this. But we did say don't confess to any crimes, right?
Success.
And boom goes the dynamite.
It could be like a White Lotus Season 1 deal, right? Aura farming, as the kids say. Absolve don't want to be next. This could be anything, dude. This could be anything, dude. I don't, and that's on both sides of the scale. You know, who are you, fucking Montresor? You luring me down for a nice cask of Amontillado because I said something shitty about your family? Like, what if their family deserved it, right? Right? The Punisher has entered the chat. They also admit no guilt. So, like, the fuck do I do with that? Like, if you have no guilt, I have. If you feel no guilt, then I have nothing to condemn you for. So condemned, and that means what you choose it to. Huh?
Holy shit. Pest. It's so out of here.
I think that's the only way I can resolve it. I think that's the only way I can resolve it, right? That's what I do with that. A little combination for the sin of being an edgelord too, right? Oh, someone stepped on their mom's foot by accident as they kicked them in the shit as hard as they could. Yeah, I really didn't enjoy. Ja Rule once cut my brother in line for a club, so I put on Firefest, right? Like, lack of guilt generally calls for condemning to. Yeah, I mean, again, my condemnation should mean nothing to them if they feel no guilt, right? Anyways, went to school with someone who shared the same first name and a very close last name to mine. Ran into some trouble with faculty, but they didn't really immediately recognize me. So when asked to write down who I was, I gave them the other person's name. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's a paddling right there. That's a, ooh. The real question is, we don't know if anything came of this, right? Because it could be that the faculty hunt down this kid based on the name that's given to them. And then they see them and they're like, wait, this isn't the kid. And theoretically, nobody gets punished. But based on the fact that they didn't come back for you after that, identity theft is not a joke. No. Yeah, this is even worse than snitching, right? It's snitching on yourself, but putting somebody else in that place? That's fucked up. That's how Forsberg ended up with the Smoke Clan. A traitor, yeah. Also, you're therefore not in the system anymore? Right? They've had mentioned if it didn't work. True. Condemned. Your sins haunt you. Still.
When a genie dies, he goes to hell, man.
I forgot I put that one in there. Oh, I'm so glad we waited till now for that one to come up. Oh, man. Okay. Forgive me, fuckos, for I've sinned. I've drank coffee past 5 p.m. and wondered why I can't sleep. Was that Cat Icarus? No, that's fuck, not rather good. It's Good Neighbor, I think. Good Neighbor. Yeah, that's Gun Genie. That's Gun Genie. Stupid is a sin. ADHD isn't a sin. Yeah, exactly. I drink coffee past 5 p.m. and I wonder why I can't sleep. Lack of self-control is not a sin. Well, gluttony. But no, did I post this? I don't drink coffee, period. Yeah, absolved. You're already in a hell of your own making. Bitch, how do you live like that? What? No coffee? I'm a severe insomniac, so if I have a can of Diet Coke later than like 1 p.m., I'm not sleeping till like 3 a.m. So, you know, when I go into my day job, I have a little Diet Coke, and that's about it in terms of caffeine. It's why I'm never going to take any of the fucking offers for energy sup sponsorship or whatever over here. I can't do that shit myself. And then they always hit me back with like, well, we also have our non-caffeinated relaxation and hydration variants. And I'm like, well, the relaxation one, I smoke weed, and the hydration one, like, I'm an adult, so I think we're good on both fronts. I don't need to give my audience kidney stones. Anyways, I really didn't like the neighbor's kid, so one day I grabbed his bike and tipped him over. Except the bike was actually a tricycle, and he was like 6. Not sure anyway. Fuck them kids. How old were you? There's a lot to pack in here. Okay, wow. Reading this one with the voice of a 30-year-old. I really didn't like the neighbor's kid, so one day I grabbed his bike and tipped him over. I'm assuming this person was fully grown. I like Andrew. Yeah, is it just an It's Always Sunny moment? Oh, God. Thank you for the streak, Yannick. This seems like I think you should leave. Something I probably would have done when I was in elementary school. Again, yeah, I feel like childhood absolves us of a lot. It's really funny to think, yes, exactly, thigh highs. Thank you. If you're an adult, well, I'm assuming there's no way, right? I'm going to assume crimes against the children are committed by other children. I'm going to say a provisional absolution. I just really, really hope you were a child for this to... What's the maximum age you think this is permissible? I almost want to go the classic dating route of half your age plus 1. Is that it? Or +7? Well, that doesn't work at all. No, it's +7. Yeah. Wait, half your age plus 1. Wait, half your age plus 1 for dating would be fucked up. That would be a nightmare. Goddamn. I think 10. Yeah, no, 10. I think when you hit fucking double digits, I think when you hit double digits, this just happened last week. Wait, Gorte, is that, wait, Gorte, is this your confession? Are you taking credit for this? And if so, how old are you? It was me, Banyan, I'm gonna delete that message. Shit, I can't delete it because it's the highlight. Banyan, please don't actually joke about being underage in Twitch. Like, that's like an actual thing that you can get auto banned for. Like, that's not even a me thing. That's a Twitch thing overall. And it's for the best that we have that as a rule, right? For legal reasons, that was a joke. It was me. I was 13. Oh, wait, you were 13. Oh, you used past tense. Oh, you meant at the time. Okay, thank you. I misread. Listen, I have a lot to read. at once, okay? We also got hello, Gorte. Okay. Okay. I was distracted by a lot, right? We had a new chatter. Chat was moving. Whatever. Okay, so you were... Okay, that's pretty fucked up, man. Banyan, I was gonna put 10 as the max for this. I was gonna put 10 as a max for this. Condemned. I got a condemned for that. I got condemned too old. to be pulling this shit. Fuck them kids. But you gotta punch a little higher than that. We do all grow at our own pace. And Banyan grew up, we love and stand Banyan. Fantastic artist, great member of the community, but you are condemned to bad health. I'm sorry.
Yes. So out of here.
Scathe is pretty upset that I condemned Banyan, but you know what? I've gotta have standards here, right? I gotta have standards here. It tells switches autumn out to look at it. Okay, gotcha. Understood. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, Chipper, you just saved Banyan. Banyan, you better thank Chipper for your salvation, for purchasing you an indulgence. Welcome back, Banyan. You're back in cool hell.
You filthy furry spawn of Satan, goddamn you to hell!
Never mind. Never mind. This is just how it goes sometimes. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh my God, the channel points go fast here. I once hooked up with a Silent Hill nurse at an anime convention on the con floor. This is less a confession, more of a brag. Condemned for being a dick and for being a dick and rubbing this in my face. Condemned because it should have been me. Fuck you, man. Go to super hell.
Holy shit.
We're getting a lot of holy shit pisses tonight. Should have knocked over an 8-year-old. Oh God, okay. When I was in first grade, I forgot a period at the end of a sentence on a test, and when asked about it, I lied and pointed to a dot in the paper. I just claimed I just put the period further away. Yo, if you got away with that shit, if you got away with it, yo, that's pretty good. Absolved because you got away with it. That's incredible. Yeah, that's first grader nonsense right there. Yo, it's called using your environment to your advantage.
I absolve you of your sins.
One time I disconnected from a game of local Monster Hunter because a friend asked me to play Magic with them. I feel like you would have suffered the consequences of this immediately. Because everybody else would be, if it's local, depends on the hunt. I mean, but if it's local, then they fucking know. Like, they're right there, right? I mean, listen, we get your version, you don't gotta double down on it. Jesus, PhD. If you're handing Fatalis, it's kind of harmless unless it was some 20 to 30 minute shift. Yeah, I feel like it's more of a dick move to do when you're online and like people don't know where you went. Like, it's still a dick move to do that in person when you're hanging with friends, but I assume that you suffered all the consequences for that already, right? Let Thuggery speak. No, Thuggery had the best message out of all of these. I'm gonna assume that you were already put through your paces by your friend group. I did in fact suffer the consequence. It was early G-Rank. My friends were really invested because one day I was being carried. Okay, yeah, you've already absolved. You've suffered the consequences already. Okay, yeah.
Oh my God! I can't believe it! Take a look at this, everybody!
You've been public shamed as your punishment. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're gonna get to this one when we were due for another ad break already somehow. This time is flying by. I'm having a grand old time. I hope you all still are. And just because it's a cursed stream, we're doing another cursed BRB. Why not? Fuck you. Haha.
Oh no. Satan's pretty cool.
This right here is my sway. All the girls are on me. Damn. Everybody pay attention.
From eating some bad pussy.
Oh no.
All right.
Satan's pretty cool.
Oh, welcome on in. Sorry, I took a fat fucking rip of the bong during that BRB and was coughing for a minute. Anyways, we're back. We're here. We're ready. Oh, we are getting back into it. Did I die and I came back? 3 minutes. 3-minute turnaround. Try that, Jesus. Huh? Oh, anyways. We're back at it. I hope everybody's having a good time. I can't say it enough. This has been really fucking fun. I'm cracking up. I think part of the reason coughing is just I'm talking so much. I'm laughing a lot. But yeah, whoever said it earlier was completely right. This is like a nice version of the Am I the Asshole stream. Oh god, Jesus probably can't roll. Yeah, he always had friends to do that for him, but that's what happens when you have, you know, that much of a crew. Oh, okay, anyways. Back at it. Oh, and you have a good night, Loisy. I once went to a cookout and brought my own steak. I completely ruined it with too much salt in the seasoning mix I made. Like, the taste was amazing, but I needed so much water, I couldn't finish it. But was this steak served to everybody else? I brought my own steak implies that, like, you know, you're not feeding this to everybody else, right? Where's the sin? Ruining the steak? But if it's only your own steak, right? There's too much sodium in hell? It is a very salty place. That's mainly because we play a lot of fighting games, right? Yeah, no, there's no implication that was, fucking up a meal is not a sin. Nah. I've struggled through some mid meals myself, so nah. Melee players go to bad hell? Nah, we're good. I too was a melee player once. No, this is brawl music. This is melee. Anyways. Absolved. Not a sin to fuck up me meal. Yeah.
Oh my god! I can't believe it! Take a look at this, everybody!
Yeah, no, I also had to fuck up a lot when learning to cook. And yeah, and I still do to this day. It's the only way to learn for some things. Like, some things my kitchen just isn't set up to do, frankly. You know, burners aren't good enough. The oven's not wide enough, you know. We learn. Melees are cool. Players are cool. They aren't indulging tripping. Damn, true, yes. All right, back at it. I used to play an MMO that had PvP zones. In these PvP zones, there were story missions that gave players a cool temporary ability if you could complete them in one go without dying. This led to flocks of PvE players going into these PvP zones to complete the quests. My friend and I played assassin-type characters. Our class could stay invisible and then do a 3-second long strike that would do massive damage up front. By coordinating these, we could insta-kill any one person. Oh no! Or one day, one of our victims blew up in local chat after we killed them, saying we were jerks and she only wanted to do the mission and that we probably only killed her to see her ass. We took this personally. The next 4 hours consisted of her joining multiple escort teams while we stalked them, taking her out and resetting her progress the moment her escorts clipped up and moved too far from her. Oh man. What's the game though? If someone's willing to out themselves, I'd love to know what this game was. Yeah, no, I honestly think this is like kinda peak PvP interaction, right? The escalation was funny, but kind of unwarranted. Yeah, no, for sure. But like, also, this is a story that you're gonna have for this game. Like, pure Barons chat, Wild West tier PvP. Like, I kind of like it. I kind of like the thought of like obviously stalking, not cool, not fun, right? not necessarily a thing I want to have in every game. I don't know. That would... It's like the Nemesis system in Shadow of Mordor. MMOs have a much higher ceilings for sins. Yeah, that too. That too. Now, if this were some EVE Online shit, was it EVE Online? Was the one with the like, where they destroyed thousands of dollars of real world money? You don't instigate like that in MMOs. True. Yeah. Probably called everyone slurs the first time. We didn't. I feel like the Confessor would have mentioned that, right? I feel like the Sinner would have mentioned that. Like, that would be an easy way to get out of it. League of Legends? Well, well, if it's League of Legends, that's not even an MMO in the same way. That's like an entirely different thing. If it was League of Legends, then yeah, absolutely bad hell. But I don't think that even, like, this is just how you normally play the game. I almost choked on my water. Yeah. Yeah, no. I don't know. You could have potentially put off somebody from a game. And if you like a game, you theoretically don't want to do this. But on the other hand, you're just giving them to the power of narrative, right? Everybody's assuming that it's a MOBA. No, I'm absolving. Points deducted for bullying a girl on the internet. That is true. That is true. But we don't know the sinner's gender now, do we? Right? It literally says MMO. Yeah, no, we don't know. We don't know. And if they don't want to out themselves or aren't watching right now, it's a girl's job to cyberbully guys online. Apparently it pays pretty well nowadays, right? Or maybe just my job. If it was woman hating woman, this would have turned to Yuri. Yeah, wait a second. The second I take this exact paragraph and put the words toxic Yuri in front of it, half of y'all are fucking salivating. It don't matter if it's a girl crime, you made a woman sad at the end of the day. Grandma's looking at Grandma's the realest one out of all of us, I think, for saying that. Thank you, Vivi. Shout out to Vivi. Do not call me out like this. Yeah, all I need to do is slap the word Yuri on it and we are getting away with fucking war crimes. Oh man. Yeah, we're condemned. Okay, fine. I'm simping. Condemned for the crime of ruining a woman's day.
Holy shit! Pest! Get so out of here!
Don't make a woman cry. It's not at all. All women are beautiful. So saith Lil B. Anyways, I got my first job out of college because my dad was fucking my boss. Okay. Nepotism isn't cool, but this isn't that. This is awesome. This is kind of fucking amazing. I almost any chat. I just need you to name a bunch of jobs, and I'm gonna pretend you're all this sinner, because I think any job, any level of specificity to this makes it funnier, right? Burger King, already hilarious. Tech support, really funny. Boss fucker. A bag's a bag. President of the United States. Pharmacist. Yeah. Honestly, all of these pretty great. Convention chatter, not the father. Also, I'm assuming that all of these, I know, all of you just named your own jobs and got them from your dad fucking your boss. Abstinence counselor. I condemn the chatter, not the fodder. Why condemn anyone? You get your bag, your dad gets your nut. gets his nut, I should say. Stop playing Xenogears and started a Gunpla kit. You're having a good night, PhD. You pastor! Streamer! Wait, so his dad fucked Jeff Bezos? Oh, God. Okay, yeah, absolved. This isn't even nepotism. You got your bag. Your dad got his nut. Yeah, absolutely. All right. At one point during homecoming at high school, there was a console with a fighting game up. Not saying which, so don't date myself, but it was a 3D fighter. I basically skipped lunch to play it. Rule was winner stays, loser goes. I made sure everyone only had one turn. I was not fair at all. I mean, we've already kind of had a moment. Not the first confession of, ooh, I beat a bunch of people at a fighting game here. I understand that you know your audience, but like, come on, you know? It was Soul Calibur, had to be. If it's at your high school homecoming, that sounds pretty right. I don't feel like the high schools are just rocking Tekken. That hell this room for Fire, it's literally at a party. Fighting games deserve it. Bro is being an asshat. Yeah, but no, this is just what happens with fighting games. Everybody's got to have your you know, rule is winner stays, loser goes. Like, listen, people can get back in the line. It is just kind of a flex and not a confession. Yeah. I forget where we've landed on that before. We've condemned for that, right? We've condemned for that. Soul Calibur is a little booby butt for his homecoming. Yeah, but like what Virtua Fighter, maybe? That would do some dating, yeah. VP stands for vitriol. Condemned for flexing. Yeah, Sin of Pride, that is so true. Yeah, no, this is fair. You made no sin until you used your confession as a flex. Condemned. So saith the Christ. Oh shit. And now we're on to today. We're getting caught up. Oh, we have some from, or I guess, the start of the stream, even. So we're getting caught up here. Excited. I'm fucking excited. Hell yeah. All right, let's get into it. Years back, I spent a lot of time in the guest bedroom of my parents' house, Skyping with my long-distance boyfriend at the time. It was the most remote part of the house compared to where most of the inhabitants spent their time, so it was more discreet for activities. The room was seldom used, so I stored the equipment, ominous capitalization, for such activities in an unmarked cardboard box in the same room. One day, my father was looking anywhere and everywhere for a tool he had misplaced. All he could remember was that he left it in a cardboard box somewhere in the house. While searching, he checked my box. He was greeted with the sight of cheerful purple silicone for any and every orifice, a red wax candle with a low melting point, and a label clearly indicating the intended use in pictogram, and a half-empty bottle of lube. I know this because he then asked my mother to talk to me about this. I don't know if they remember this at all, but the thought of it haunts me daily. Oh, God. The modern dad finding your porn stash. Yeah, and your stuff. At least the dad didn't assume the mom was cheating. Yeah, this is an easy absolution. You have been through more than your fair share of punishment. Just for having had that conversation. Yeah. Judge your goon gear box. Yeah, wherever you're going, you're already there. Yeah, asking your mom to talk to you was already hell enough. I think Phirmth's spectral hands are peak character design, but in a damn, those would look great holding someone's hair back kind of way. I am sorry for my sins. Can I still go to cool hell if you act normal? Okay, you're just thirst posting at this point, but yeah, I'm fine. Thirst is not a crime or sin. Lust is, you know, it's one of the cooler ones, right? Horny sin, yeah, but we don't believe in horny jail. We believe in horny rehabilitation.
I absolve you of your sin.
You're fine. They're already not being normal. This is like the only real... What are the only real, like, opportunities they're gonna get for that? I can imagine plenty was being held back. Rehab for rehorn. Harassment. I don't feel I was on the level. Personally, for me, I decide whether it was harassment if I am the supposed victim, right? Jimmy the phone saying he's gonna hold your hair back. Well, yeah, if you drink too much, then like I'm gonna make sure you don't, you know, when you're coughing it all up. Anyways, as I sat and pondered what sins I could possibly harbor that I would dare share, albeit anonymously, it took a while to sort through the ones that sound. Wait, I gotta. Apparently, we're hitting poetry here. All right. That person plays D&D. If someone uses Mage Hand, they're like, it's a very versatile cantrip, okay? As I sat and pondered what sins I could possibly... I'm sorry, wait a second, no, just, I'm already getting a little bit of the vibe for this, just based on the first few. I'm gonna, let me grab a different song real quick. Jaws of Ice, I think. Yeah, I think it's Jaws of Ice. No. I'm pulling out the Xenogears OST for this one. If I can remember which fucking song it is that I'm thinking of. Yeah, this works. As I sat and pondered what sins I could possibly harbor that I would dare share, albeit anonymously, it took a while to sort through ones that sound of bragging. Hell yeah, public bark sex, and some too hideous to share. When I realized the recent sin, one like company would understand. Some years back, I found my position starting to suffocate at work. With talk among employees of wanting better, I found myself become quite vocal against the hypocrisy and cowardice of our management, to the point it was very clear they didn't want me around. My sin is that of letting them get to me. I could not weather the stress, and feeling like no one there had truly had my back after a final straw, I left and never came back. The proper course in most situations is to make them fire me, but I could not bear the weight. Forgive me, Bath, if that's... You quit a job. Or... Am I supposed to condemn you for not unionizing? It's hard. People fail to do it all the time. Not a sin. Come on. Make that whole reading a short... Consider it. I don't really see that much sin in there. Yeah, you're fine.
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
What are you doing?
Stop it. Don't
Stop it.
fight.
Cut it out.
Don't
Help.
stop.
Quitting ain't a sin. Quitting ain't sin. Hit the bricks. The sin of love, of empathy, of feeling, of connection. To intervene in nature's order, to seize joy from the chaotic babble, from inevitable entropy. Okay. Well, we're just going for it. It's just the poetry hour, I guess. Oh, it's just should I turn down deep ass thought now? Sin of poetry. Okay, yep.
And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
Down for the sin of poetry. Forgive me, but I once thought I was a gold star gay. I'm gonna need chat to hit me with the explainer on this one. I need my Wikipedia. Can somebody give you? Is a shitty thing? Okay. Is it like is essentialism? Never touching the opposite sex? Oh. Okay, so is the confession that you once held these shitty beliefs made you never dated heterosexually? I think this person is deep in their own friend group and taking pride in it. Perfect run. People think they're better and more pure. Also misogyny with extra steps. Yeah, it sounds like purity testing shit. It's practically, it's almost like slut shaming in a way. Oh, you took your time finding your way here. Fuck you for that, right? Like that's the standard pride. Oh wait, so forgive me, but I once thought I was a gold star gay. So that the implication here, the way I'm reading this confession is that they are saying I once held these beliefs, and that's how I'm trying to read it. Gold star lesbians often that makes total sense. Yeah. Yeah, they got over it. I think that's right. Yeah, like it's I'm glad you're over it, right? That's what I'm interpreting. That's how I'm interpreting this. Like they're acknowledging that was a shitty outlook, and then they no longer consider that, right? They're asking for forgiveness. Yeah, that's. There's not that much specificity here, and obviously I need chat to explain some shit to me. Absolved because you know what you did and you've grown as a person, right? Oh, yeah, completed your arc. Yeah, arc completed. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Thank God.
I can't.
That's like a true absolution right there.
Take a look at this, everybody.
I flick my burgers and never keep track of them. Absolved because absolved because children are free of sin and you are clearly Dennis the Menace.
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
Stop it, what are you doing?
Stop it,
Stop it, cut it out.
Don't
Help.
stop.
You're gonna TP the gym after the sock hop? What? It's unsanitary. Yeah. We're talking bad hell here, okay? When I was a snot-nosed brat, oh shit, what'd I tell you about fucking character development? If I see him in cool hell, it's on site. Then you can that can be part of their penance. You know? Blowing the nose. When I was snot-nosed brat, I stole my mom's credit card to go on a shopping spree. Bought something like $4,000 worth of games on Steam that my shitty Dell tower could barely play. Yeah. Steam has a refund policy, at least. That is sinful? Yeah, but yeah. That's felony money. Take your birth control, everybody. You just have any play here? What the fuck? Well, no. Grade schooler. That's a pretty wide range, but we could be talking single-digit age, right? Like, has no concept of money age, right? And they definitely suffered for this. There's no way they didn't. There's no way they got away with this, right? Credit cards are magic to children. Yeah, children don't know about fucking rent. They don't get mortgages, finances. You know better than that. No, I know that 1,000's a lot, but I don't know, man. Rex is my best friend. It's free games. What if they're on sale, bro? I was in something like third grade. I literally had my own straight episode after I got caught. Oh, damn. Yeah. There we go. I'm assuming that's you. Yes, it was. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Impulse control, huh? All right. There's a reason so many kids shows have like a credit cards are not free money episode. Exactly. Yeah. I guess stealing from the generation that stole everything from us for this is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm assuming. Okay. Yeah, this is an absolution purely because God, I hope you were able to refund that shit. I didn't even have a Steam account at that age. I didn't have a Steam account till like high school. Damn. Yeah. Absolved purely because A, child, B, you were death punished for it. Still, yeah, death, C, funny in hindsight. D, we've all wanted to buy $4,000 of Steam games, right? So I would come. Yeah, no, I'm sure, CJ. Yeah, I'm sure you suffered for it. So yeah, I mean, I get like one game. I mean, I get like one game and think, okay, cool, I'll play this. Yeah, right.
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
Man, a gamer's got a game. A gamer's got a game. I called the police recently. I received a court summons taped to my door and in the mail that had a very similar name, like the only difference being the middle initial. I called because I wanted to know what to do with it. Please forgive the call. Yeah, it's fine. Like ACAB, but like sometimes you got to deal with the police, right? That's just like a thing, right? ACAB, but like that is the system we have to work within. You know, we got to make a better one. But at the end of the day, like somebody steals your car, you probably got to let somebody know, right? That's fine, you know. Yeah, sometimes you do sadly have to call the cops, you know. This doesn't mean they're not class traitors, and you know, the ACAB is not like a personal attack on every cop every moment of their lives. It's a indictment of the whole system, as you know, in general, and the thing we have to live with. Oh no, you made money under capitalism, like that's. I wish we could all walk into the sea and rejoin the primordial soup sometimes, but you know, that ain't how it be. You gotta deal with living in reality. If for no other reason, you might need to call for insurance purposes. Yeah, exactly, right? Social coercion is a necessary evil. Yes, agreed. They hold a place. Yeah, you get roped into that BS. They hold a place when they aren't shooting kids for fun. A force might have that, but yeah. Ooh, tornado sonic. Ooh, I hope you stay safe. Anyways. Yeah, stay safe. Goddamn. Absolved. You do what you gotta do. Right?
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
Clear conscience for you. I made that meme I sent to your blue sky. In my defense, I didn't feel bad about it. So yeah, to go back at this is really fucking good. This is really fucking good, Molly. There's never before seen Phirmth art, and it's that lovely Gen 3 battle style. I adore this. I really like this. I'm gonna keep this near and dear to my heart. Thank you. Oh God. I really appreciate you put me at 420 out of 666 HP. And I I appreciate that, not just because of the number, but because yes, I was still up and fighting after suffering a terrible blow. It's really fucking good. Yeah. Thank you for this. I love it. I also wait. Before we come back, wait a second. I showed this off on Blue Sky not too long ago, but I did want to. We got our yearly. Oh, I don't have it saved to the right spot yet. It's not even in the pre-stream slideshow yet. Let me grab this for you. Art from Banyan. Oh, it's so zoomed in. Yeah. My community has a bit of a tradition of drawing me getting crucified for Easter. I would have had myself crucified for this stream actually, but I mentioned it to the mods, and I think it was Mimey who brought up a really good point that like I would probably get the stream flagged for violent imagery, because there's no way I'm going to crucify myself and not have bloody palms, right, at the very least, and like give you a way to actually jab the spear into my side and whatnot. But yeah, no, I figured we maybe don't deal with that. Hot off the presses. Yeah, this is our fresh Easter crucifixion farts, and I love it. It's really good. It's really lovely. I love what you did with the chest hair. A lot of people just assume the fur just stops at the neck, but no, we got a little thing to work with here. There's some transition space before the full human torso. I appreciate that. Love seeing it. It looks really cool. It's really good. It looks really good. That fur trails? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. It's also maybe a little bright, looking a little blown out. This might be too, just because of OBS weirdness. Oh yeah, it's looking super. I'm just noticing this now. Yeah. Yeah, it's because I have to have a certain like color setting on for OBS for this window, just because otherwise it gets way too bright. Oh, is it doing it now though? Wait, is it also? Wait a second. Obs, why are you doing this? Oh, Obs. One second. Capturing browser windows can be weird sometimes. One sec. Force SDR. Now it's a little too dark in my opinion. OBS can be funky, yeah. This is our. Oh, did you just get flashbang now? Weird. Is this preferable? I'm gonna try and lighten it up. I can try and lighten it up. Let me do a little. Is there a brightness? I can color correction. Do a little bit of brightness. Little bit of brightness in my life. That doesn't. Well, that doesn't do that much at all. Oh, it's SDR. It's SDR. That's why. Yeah. Okay, give me 1 second. I fixed this shit before stream, and it's still okay. It's gonna flashbang for a second. Prepare yourselves. Ooh. And I'm going to turn down the brightness. That's looking nice and readable. That's looking nice and readable, I think. Okay. Anyways, back at it. Sorry about that, fuckos. OBS be a little funky sometimes. Absolved. Good meme. Very good art. Thank you.
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
What are you doing?
Stop it. Don't
Stop it.
fight.
Cut it out.
Don't
Help.
stop.
All right. Submitted and readable. I took 13 donuts instead of 12s in my donut box from the grocery store. That's not even a sin. That's literally just a baker's dozen. That's literally what we get the phrase a baker's dozen from. That's a baker's dozen. Yeah, thank you. No sin. That's literally just a baker's dozen. I mean, I guess I gotta hit a button. I can't not hit a button.
I can't believe it. Take a look at this, everybody.
Lord forgive me, why do I want to fuck a sentient apple in the video game? Guess that must be a real bad apple, huh? Who? You can't, I won't know without them, without the sinner revealing themselves onto us. Yeah, we don't know what apple. We don't know what apple. Yeah, is it the Pokemon? Well, if it's, you know, there are multiple Diplin forms, right? I will reveal all? Short, was this you? Short, was this you? Is this for Pizza Tower? Is it the fucking Pizza Tower apple? Oh no. Oh no. I think it's a tomato. Yeah, wait a second. Reverse 1999 apple? Link it in chat. Somehow we ended up just doing the Hear Me Out tier list stream all over again. This question makes me feel weird about my recent PNG tuber. Shouts to Chipper, who has a really cute PNG tuber of a streaming apple. Or not streaming, but the eyes do some cute stuff. Shout out Chipper Doodles. And recently started disco. Okay. Oh boy, Reverse 1999. I was really interested in the premise of Reverse 1999 until I learned it was a gacha. Whoa! Okay, okay. Wait. That's the initial, the chibi? It's about the presentation, huh? The style does carry, we're not doing the, fandom not, whoa. Browser just like froze on me for a second, fun. A fresh fruit, you're damn right, okay. Why do you want to fuck Santoline Apple in the video game? I don't think you're asking for forgiveness here.
He can't sit down. He's got a burning in his butthole. He's got a fire. He's got a flame coming out of his butthole. God's gonna have a flame coming out of your butthole.
That one hadn't come out until now.
With your hole.
Furley with the combo. Okay, I will say Isaac Newton pop off. Okay, may or may not have cheated on someone in retaliation for them cheating on me by sleeping with his side piece. I'm trying to piece together the tangled web you've woven here. Bro, just break up. Bro, just break up. Yeah, at this point, just leave him. This is a good scene. This is juicy. Don't get me wrong. This is juicy. But like, just leave them. Why do this like Mountain Goats Alpha couple shit? We did after that. Oh, okay. Wrongs don't make a right. 3 make a U-turn though. And that's if you got bug stab, that's a really powerful tool. Be better to break up. This is a power move. It is. It is. 10 toes on this one. Yeah, no. It's I think I gotta give it. We're gonna hit him with the you can just break up. Oh, you don't need no White Lotus shenanigans.
He can't sit down. He's got a burning in his butthole. Wow. He's got a fire. He's got a flame coming out of his butthole. God's gonna have a flame coming out of your butthole.
Now that's the only condemnation that wants to show up. Okay, as a kid while at my cousin's birthday party, a little kept jumping on my back, nearly knocking me over. The third time they tried it, their mouth met my elbow. I'm not sorry, it wasn't an accident. I knocked out one of their baby teeth. Well, at that point, you're just speeding along their dental development. Oh yeah, Sekmart, you know where that one's from? Yeah, it's a really fucking funny speech. Again, we said this before. Absolved children and all of that, plus baby teeth were gonna come out at some point anyway. Have you seen those things? They look gross as gross. Baby teeth are for knocking out, yeah, right?
Oh my god! I can't believe it! Take a look at this, everybody!
I mean, I let mom listen to Chat Pile, and now she doesn't trust me. She's condemning me all because I'm standing up for what I believe in. She will never understand. I have no idea what the fuck Chat Pile is. What is yeah. What the fuck is Chat Pile? Rock band. Oh, they're a band. Is it because of like considered noise rock band? Yeah, what's the #1 Chat Pile song? Mask seems pretty popular. Ooh, we already got a 50. I just searched the band's name and we've already got a 58 view video from 12 hours ago. So that's how you know they're not the fucking biggest thing. Oh, they've gotten reviewed by Fantano though. Okay. All right, let's hear a little Chat Pile. I'll have to cut this out of the VOD, I'm assuming. I'm just gonna stop recording right now.
This right here is my sweat.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is like, does your mom like lose her shit at Pearl Jam? Because this is barely different from that, right? Yeah, rocking out ain't a sin. Yeah. The Flenster puts out fucking Peak. I might have to listen to more to the weird stuff, but yeah. Genuinely shocked that like it's that off-putting for her to have that heavy of a reaction to music. I don't think it's that crazy, if I'm being honest. Condemn the mother, save the sinner. Yeah, exactly. Absolved. Rocking out ain't a sin. So saith chat.
I absolve
and so saith me. All right, when I was a toddler, we went to an open house, and for some reason, I peed in one of the in-floor heater vents. My parents just ushered us out. Oh, it would have turned into like an evaporated mist. It would have stunk up the whole fucking place. Yeah, I mean, come on. Child moment. Yeah, child moment. Child moment.
Oh my god! I can't believe it!
Piss fuck!
Everybody!
I ate cereal, fell off a chair. Where's the sin? It's a sin.
And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
Sorry, I have to hit A button. He didn't give me anything to work with, so that's the one I went with. I stole a GBA from someone in middle school from the Lost and Found. Oh, God. Okay, middle school. Middle school, you're at the Lost and Found, and... Oh, God. That is a dick move. But it was the Lost and Found. I'm wondering, why are you at the Lost and Found, right? Are you at the Lost and Found and looking for something that's yours and you see it and you're like, that's mine? Did somebody hold up the GBA and say, is this yours? Or did somebody announce that they, did one of your classmates say, hey, did anybody see my GBA? It's missing. And did you run to the fucking Lost and Found and be like, I lost a GBA, right? Like, how long had it been there? Yeah, at a certain point, what is the rule on when it's fair game? Like just like a wallet, a found wallet or something. Context matters here. Context matters here, right? The time matters a lot here, right? I could go any way with this. I'm not saying any of these with the expectation that somebody's gonna confess. So my older sister, okay, Val coughing up to, listen, toddler crimes are so forgiven. Like, I, can't even judge you for that. So my older sister brought that up recently. Apparently these twins that bullied our other sister bought that house, and she just quietly reveled in her little sister bullied in a piss house. Yeah, I would love to know that. This one's also you? Okay, Proxy, you got one condemnation on record. If you're willing to fess up to it, give me the context. Give me the time. How do you hide that from your parents in middle school? If they're unattentive. This is not my beautiful piss house. This is not my beautiful piss wife. I'm not moving on forward until we've been teased with context. It was there for 2 weeks, and the person who lost it was someone who actually had actually like, oh, stolen your wallet? Oh, come on! Okay, absolved after context. And shove you down a flight of stairs, that's... Well, in that case, they just owed this to you, right?
I absolve you of your sins.
It was owed. That's compensation. That's recompense. 2 weeks is incredibly fair game, too. I would have been fine after like 3 to 5 days. I picked the easiest characters in every single fighting game. That's not really a sin, honestly. The only sin you've committed is the sin of being kind of basic, I guess. TBH. You should just pick the characters you like. But if you like, but maybe this person likes easy characters, I'm assuming, right? This is like a confession and a question. My high school art teacher, oh, you're confessing on somebody else? Wait, this is just the max strat. This is like a confession and a question. My high school art teacher would show how to do things by drawing on your work, then giving you a bad grade. Would she be absolved of sin? Oh, she backseated you while shaming you? That's not how critique works. I had a theater teacher in high school who would like just go on stage and demonstrate how he wanted his actors to do the scene. And it's like, well, just do it yourself, bitch. Come on, my man. Shave your beard and put on the thigh highs and get on the fucking balcony and do the Juliet monologue if you love doing it so much. Yeah, this is evil. This is evil behavior. This is evil behavior. This is what a wannabe. Yeah. This is literally the worst way to go about with art critique, or most artistic critique in general. Yeah, that's an easy bad hell.
When a genie dies, he goes to hell, man. You can't do...
Our education system deserves better than this. Sweatiest, most the sweatiest, most bitchless teacher ever. She be condemned. Yeah. Forgive me, Phirmth, for I've sinned. I've tasted my own piss. It's just not worth kink shaming at this point. Yeah, like Bear Grylls went to such elaborate lengths to give us context to justify doing it on camera, despite the fact that he was sleeping in hotels. You ever remember the fact that Bear Grylls, whose name became almost synonymous with outdoorsmanship, was literally sleeping in hotels during that, and just like would just get on camera to drink piss? That's amazing, right? Whatever, just depends on the situation, but yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Like I mentioned earlier that kink shaming is a weapon to be used responsibly. I feel like just a blanket condemnation of this without any context, that's setting a dangerous precedent. We're not gonna make it. Oh wait, no, not this song. We're not looping back around. We're getting back to wait, actually, no, if we're gonna play this song, then I need to show you guys. Look at the faith tones. Look at them. Oh god, yeah, we're doing some weird OBS color blowout things, but honestly, it makes it look funnier. Haunted image? Yeah. She looks like she's being held hostage for this. Do you think the wigs are like the wig size is related to their power level? I mainly just wanted to play this for the sake of the chorus, which... Yeah, there is lust to those smiles. There's lust to those smiles. Real. Hello, Fira. Welcome on in. Anyways, oh, Lord, I have your cups. It's just that moment from Moral Oral where his mom starts talking about how Jesus is the perfect boyfriend. Anyways, I mean, he's got the swimmer's body, right? I think South Park did an entire bit about this. Like, anyways, absolved. I'm not here to kink shame.
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
Stop it, what are you doing? Stop it,
don't
stop it,
fight.
cut it out,
Don't
I'm not a fan of turn-based RPGs. I've tried so much, but I've only ever saw one through to the completion. The Lord of the Rings for the game for the Game Boy Advanced. Bad taste isn't worthy of bad hell combination, condemnation. People are still talking about fucking piss. Game choice is insane, but no, but like, I'm assuming if you're in middle school and liking those games, you know, or liking Lord of the Rings overall, you could probably autopilot through the you know, an RPG. I played through Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. They're very much Final Fantasy X knockoff, PS2 RPG. And you can really autopilot that shit, if I'm being honest, if you don't know what you're doing. Anyways, absolved. Having bad taste isn't condemnable. You're absolved, my child.
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
Stop it, what are you doing?
Stop it, don't
stop it,
fight.
cut it out,
Don't
hell.
As a kid, I was terrified of going to the bathroom at night. It really says a lot that we're getting a lot of childhood confessions. People know they can get away with these, but also, like, damn, we carry that guilt. Pistrar! Oh, God. I always thought it was the coolest shit to play as the bad guys in Third Age, though. I forgot that was a mode that you could do. Yeah, that was neat. That was neat. The Third Age is insane. They give your ranger an attack that it's like a basic like skill that you have that it does a standard attack to every enemy on screen and also puts them to sleep. It's fucking dumb as hell. And that's like a third of the way in the game. Okay. As a kid, I was terrified of going to the bathroom at night. One particular night, my bladder was fit to burst. There was no way I'm going anywhere but my bedroom carpet. I had a big brain idea. If I just pee a little here and there, distribute that shit, share the wages, then my mom won't notice and it won't smell because there's not a central piss stain to create the smell. By simply insane. You put yourself in the piss mist chamber.
And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
Go to piss hell! I understand the beat-off box. Not on 420, no! I watched a Serbian film when I was like 15. No! I did not so enjoy it, so I think I paid for it already. But my inner sicko's thinking, maybe if I watch it again at my adult age, I can pull meaning from it. No! You're supposed to do that to your sister's police carpet. God damn. Oh, man. Okay, absolved with the penance of continuing to not watch a Serbian film. Rewatch, I mean. Right? That's fair.
I absolve you of your sins.
Forgive me, Father Phirmth, for I've sinned. My favorite Castlevania series is the Lords of the Shadow games. Though I wish the story hadn't gone off the rails in 2 minutes of fair. I don't. We're past the point where I care. I haven't played these games. I don't have an opinion on them. There may be something to retrieve therein, some good game design, but I know some Castlevania fans in my chat are screaming at you right now. Absolved. Bad taste is not condemnable to the level of bad hell.
I love you, God!
Yeah, I know that. You're supposed to keep up the kayfabe that you are checking, though. No, it's okay. I know that mods haven't been able to screen these. That's fine. We are due for an ad break, though. And we'll do a little cozy one. I need to run to the bathroom anyway. And then, maybe I should just be dabbing my carpet bit by bit throughout the stream is what I'm learning. New strats being unlocked. But no, we're going to BRB. Quick little 3-minute ad break. And when we come back, it might be the last round of these questions or these sins. But I haven't been having a great time. And I'm excited to see what unhinged things people have unleashed upon me within these last couple of hours. BRB fuckos.
Oh no. Satan's pretty cool. pretty cool.
Welcome back, fuckos. We are back at it, about to enter the final round, potentially. I don't know. People could keep doing confessions, who knows? But probably the final stretch. And in the spirit of the final stretch, I have made indulgences and condemnations half off and on 0 cooldown. So if people feel particularly passionate about any given judgment, well, put your channel points where your mouth is, right? Anyway. Yeah. Didn't change that one, but you know, we're having enough fun with that as is. Edibles hitting, hell yeah, Proxy, you have a good one. You have a good one. Thanks so much for stopping by. Sounds like you're gonna have a good one. Hail Satan. Mad respect. All right, anyways. Let's get back into it. You can forgive me if you want, I don't care. The fucking attitude people have. Imagine coming into a confessional booth like this. Yeah, priest. Father. You can forgive me, Father, for I've sinned, but like it's chill if not, right? I'll take it or leave it. What's cooler, being sinful or pious? Amazing poll. I play video games with not safe for work models installed, so I can look at hot monster ass and also human ass sometimes too. Sometimes. If that's not enough of a sin, I also eat cereal dry and despise milk and eggs on their own. In a cake or something is fine. Like, I just hate looking at eggs and milk, boiled eggs, scrambled eggs. Any kind of real egg makes me deeply uncomfortable. You gotta dig more deeply for sins, my guy. You gotta. If this is the greatest thing you're putting on the table, like, only sin I can see here is hating breakfast. And you just made me hungry, so that's a bit of a sin too. Mild hot takes, if even that, yeah. You introduce a friend to the Down Boys? Good. Love to have more Down Boys listeners. All right. I'm just gonna, absolute mild takes here. Hating breakfast is wrong, but not a sin. Absolved. Right.
Oh my god!
Unless somebody really, really wants to avenge breakfast. What was your favorite sin so far? Oh god, that's a good one. I don't know. Okay, so the MacGyver story's way up there. Piss vents, huge. Dad fucking my boss is also a really good one. That one's simple and to the point. There was the one really ominous one. Like, I got revenge on someone who hurt my family. Shower fetus is way up there. Jesus Christ, yeah. Shower fetus is intense, insane story, insane pull. All right. Forgive me for I've sinned. About a year ago, during the total eclipse in the East US, I was planning a trip with a bunch of friends to go to upstate New York to see the totality. About a month before, my father approaches me and asks how much I was planning on spending for lodging. He then says he will give me the amount of money I would spend out of my own pocket to not go. His reason, he didn't know the people and was concerned it might be some pride event or something. In the end, I took the money because not only was I broke as hell, but I couldn't stand the pressure of my father warning me about mistakes or whatever bullshit. It eats me every fucking day. I beg your heart, most humble pardon in the name of all Baphomets. No, you need the money, and I get this. It was a bribe to maintain a semblance of peace with a familiar figure who you still are in contact with. Get that bag. Fuck your dad, but get that bag. And in the spirit of that, you know, good on you for taking money from him. Shortstop in sad hell. Yeah. Still fucking pissed? Yeah, no, I can't blame you. I can't blame you. I would feel like I left out on some big experiences too, but you know, you kind of need money to live, unfortunately. And I just hope that I hope that you are able to take a trip that makes up for the lack of this one in the future, right? Yeah, day trip to no, not even a day trip to Bad Hell. Just we take a pit stop in Sad Hell. Absolved. Sometimes you do what you gotta do. And you're gonna take that trip one day. You're gonna take that trip one day. It's a goal. It can be a long-term goal, right? I took a children's literature class in college, and for my final, I wrote a short story that was secretly a metaphor for why I had the class and my professor, and she gave me an A for it. You don't have to absolve me. I'd do it again. Then you're just okay. It's another brag. It's another brag. It's another brag. Did we do it? Do we do it, fuckos? It's not a sin confession, yeah? Can't absolve you if you're just bragging. Pride is a sin, chatter.
He can't sit down. He's got a burning in his butthole.
You're gonna have a burning in your butthole.
He's got a flame coming out of his butthole. God's gonna have a flame coming out of your butthole.
Yeah. Take that shit to Twitter. Self promo there. When I was around 14, I got a bit of
Come and play with your hole.
Burning hole. This is what Twitch is like. Melee members will last years for matches to critique, and they get matches where the viewer absolutely bops the other player. Yeah! Oh, I'm not shocked at all. I'm not shocked at all. That's so fucking funny. Yeah. Oh my god. Life is full of holes, that boy. Maybe a lot of Catholic fuckers were lucky enough to miss the Catholic upbringing, which, you know, good for them, right? Right? Oh, what I'd give. Anyways, when I was around 14, I got a bit of water from an infamously polluted river in my mouth. The city had opened it up for swimming. I got scared of swallowing it and getting sick, so for the entire 30-minute drive back home, I let spit pull up in my mouth until my mother noticed and made me spit it all at once into a storm drain. It was like a liter of spit. I think that storm drain ran back to the wither, too. Absolved, you did it to yourself. Also, it was not a liter. There's no way. There's nowhere. You were sitting in the side. The city, here's the cities, yeah.
Oh my god! I can't believe
100%.
it! Take a look at this, everybody!
Okay. When I was still having birthday parties, I would unironically invite one or two of my teachers of that grade to my party every year. Sometimes they'd even show up. Interesting. Okay. There's a lot to unpack here. Like, there's not much of a sin, really. But, like, how late were you having birthday parties, right? How late were you still having birthday parties? Because, like, I didn't really have multiple teachers until, like, middle school. Are we damning the teachers? Yeah, for showing up? I've been to, in college, there was a show I did that one of the professors actually was in. And he showed up to a cast party, but left pretty early on. And he probably went about it as well as you could have as somebody in that position, right? They're a college student, yeah. Okay, not really a sin. Absolved. Weird on the teachers. More so than you. Yeah, right.
Oh my god! I can't believe it! Take a look at this, everybody!
All right, the first person I well and truly had feelings for was an online queer who unironically went by, depending where you looked, arsenic or himbo. Yes, really. When I told him my feelings and he blocked me, I crashed out so hard I was genuinely looking into the hypnotherapy as a way to get past it. I mean, it's that thing about taste, you know, the bad taste ain't a sin. Arsenic really do tell you what it is on the label right there, I guess, but you know, oh, thank you, Windows security, virus, and threat protection. Parasocial relationships are one hell of a drug, yeah. Well, we don't know if it was necessarily parasocial, right? But that being said, I'll just say absolved. Cringe ain't condemnable. It's one side, yeah, but there's a difference between a parasocial relationship and an unrequited crush, right? We have to stop talking about unrequited crushes as if they're like automatically the worst thing you can fucking do. I understand that our modern landscape lacks the language to properly talk about that shit without sounding like an incel. Saying crush route has we question if you pass the 18 plus requirement. Yeah, that phrase in particular is just everywhere nowadays. It's kind of impossible to escape. It feels cringe in the moment, but you'll get over it. Yeah, exactly. You'll live. You'll be fine. This morning, my father texted me Happy Easter, and I replied, he is risen. But then I backtracked and apologized when nobody in the family that reacted. I don't know what to regret, the joke or taking it back. That is a good question. You shouldn't regret. You shouldn't regret the joke. Is it even that? Yeah, you just have anxiety. You just have anxiety. Like what? Where's the joke? I don't know what the joke is. Isn't that also kind of, that's just like what a lot of Christians say, like, you're fine.
I love you, God.
I don't know what I'm absolving. You're fine. People just didn't react. Take your anti-anxiety meds, yeah. People are using these this confessional for very different purposes. It's been fascinating to witness. When I was a high school freshman, this guy and I liked the same girl, and I found out he had a PDF copy of this Tanner Speak pickup artist guide, so I bugged him into emailing it to me and then immediately forwarded it to all the biggest gossips I knew, like, can you believe he believes this stuff? Isn't this disgusting? And literally everyone knew by the next morning and was talking about how he was guilty of doing that stuff. It was probably a net positive to get it out there, but I was also being a super deliberately manipulative over a girl myself, and was kind of a huge whiny nice guy for my tween and early teen years. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot to I appreciate the self-reflection there. Hopefully this gave him a reality check. Yeah. But I think it's still just an overall win for shutting the other guy down. Like, you kind of did a public service there. This has layers, right? This does have layers. Because even what you're doing here is just entirely self-motivated. It's so much going on here, right? Guy and guy violence, but it was necessary. It's the Simpsons, the two monkeys fighting meme. Yeah, wow. This is scrumptious. I don't know. You just did a call out post at the end of the day, but luring him into it was pretty cool. Yeah. And so did the other guy know that you liked the same girl? Because I'm really wondering how you were able to convince him to send you that if he knew. He couldn't have, right? He couldn't have. I don't know what I could be convinced either way. And those indulgences and condemnations are 50% off. I'm not sure. It's probably a net positive at the end of the day, right? But this almost feels like a brag, but you're kneecapping it a bit by that last sentence. But it's only in the last sentence. Yeah, I feel like I gotta be okay with it. Yeah, at the end of the day. Yeah, the absolved net positive is definitely the right descriptor here. Especially given the self-reflection. I feel like we're missing half of the story. Yeah, what if that dude also thought that the Channer Speak pickup guide was funny, right? At face value, based on what we have to judge it on,
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
they're okay for now.
Stop, don't Frank. Don't stop.
I'm extremely lactose intolerant. I will eat cheese and milk and anything with a dairy despite what happens after. I know about lactose pills, but don't take them. So you're just a milk slut, is what I'm getting. You're just an absolute filthy whore for lactase. That's every lactose intolerant person I know. And apparently the pills don't even necessarily work for everybody or for every food. The Sharder! Why are you giving yourself tummy troubles during gamer? Yeah, guy, the only thing you should be seeking forgiveness from is your digestive system. Absolved.
Oh my god! I can't believe it! Take a look at this.
Just committing chemical warfare on themselves. This feels like this is a brag! This is a brag! I once fucked a girl in an alleyway after getting our nails done. She saw that I didn't get my middle or index fingers done, then waited for me to be done with my appointment before asking if I wanted to get coffee. One thing led to another, and needless to say, we didn't end up home, but out in the alleyway next to the coffee shop. Shout out to the stray cats we had to shove away. Like, dude, you're just flexing on us. You're just flexing. They're just flexing. It's not even a humble brag. Like animals, bro. Yeah, what, you're just trying to get us jealous? Like, come on. You can still have some clear coat on those things. Okay, but apparently they're aware of that. You're just sloppy alley sex. Yeah, like, congratulations. Congratulations. Condemned for bragging in the confessional.
He can't sit down. He's got a
It's Super Baller. It's Super Baller, not the place.
Coming out of his butthole. God's gonna have a flame coming out of your butthole.
DGM? Is that indulgence for the previous one or this person that I'm about to condemn for calling me super sweet? Losing a nail in someone's pussy is way funny. Final nail in the coffin. I see. That's you. I can only say congrats, man. Congrats on the sex. You want a cookie, champ? Yeah, apparently we need a victory lap or something. Which one am I? What did you buy the indulgence for? Technically, it says whatever's on stream. DGM, what did you buy the indulgence for? Am I condemning this? Or were you just giving some free pass to Miss Sex Haver? I'm waiting. Not for this, Azim. The previous one. Okay, gotcha. Okay, condemnation.
When a genie dies, he goes to hell, man. You can't. Oh.
I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. I'm incredibly sweet, but this time nor place. Soul Friends DS had some bad influences in my life at the time. Ruined the friendship and still feel bad to this day. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that's a shit move, bro. Super sad. Probably good that you feel bad about it. Stealing a DS is pretty huge. Yeah, save data's on there. They can learn, yeah. But some DSs can't be returned. Condemned. Yeah, buy that for a friend to Switch too. That's putting interest on it. One time I was on a glamping trip with glamping. I'm not familiar with this. Is this is Final Fantasy or luxury camping? Gamer camping. Okay. Saying glamping might as well be a sin. Yeah, we're starting from a really strong point here, right? One time I was on a glamping trip with two newer but relatively close friends, one of which I had a crush on. Because of some organizational issues, the sleep arrangements ended with the other two alone at night in the cabin while I slept outside. Except the walls to that cabin were pretty thin, and I was able to eavesdrop on everything they were saying. I had planned to actually confess my feelings that night and spent the whole day before building up confidence, but literally just as I was about to knock on the cabin door, I overheard her and the other friend having an intensely personal conversation. In retrospect, I discovered that the girl I had a crush on was talking about a condition she had that she was self-conscious about, but the way she phrased it made me think she was talking about me, as I have a skin condition that made my life difficult. I already had a lot of pent-up emotions after this, so I misread and was completely dejected and ended up storming out of the camp in the middle of the night. I haven't spoken to either of those friends since, even after realizing my mistake. Okay, we're just going to straight up advice mode. Yeah, this is real teenage angst. Oh fuck, is this Shrek, right? Okay. Oh wait, is this actually a Shrek reference? It's a Shrek reference. It's a Shrek reference. It's a fucking Shrek. I've only seen the first Shrek.
Holy shit. Yes. It's so hot in here.
Condemned for Shrefference. Condemned for Shrefference. How dare you? They said Fiona, right? I got Shrek'd. I got so Shrek'd. I played League once and instantly uninstalled. This is... I'm glad nobody went to bat for that. I'm glad nobody went to bat for that. Oh, man. Everybody was ready to just be like, it's too real for stream, man. Also, the unreasonability of entirely walking out. Another back. Yeah, this is condemned for bragging in the confessional.
He can't sit down. He's got a burning in his butthole. He's got a fire.
You go into the confessional and you say, I had a great day 5 years ago. Come on. I was a lady about 4 or 5 when I stole a candy bar from a small shop run by an older lady. It was a Baby Ruth. I watched the Goonies before and wanted to try one. I was caught and made to apologize, but not after taking a few bites out of it. Absolved. Child, we've been around this pole before, right?
Oh my god! I can't believe it!
Go get caught next time. I'm not subscribed. I know what you want. You want me to do a whole big thing about this, and then I clip it and I edit it together with some dumb memes or whatever for the Shorts channel, and then I get some big fucking boost because apparently literally all you need to do are mention the words like and subscribe, and it just works on people. I know why. It's easy to forget about it until you're reminded. But like, I've seen it happen on clips. I've seen them get the boost because I made a dumbass like and subscribe joke, and it's usually one of the worst clips I've done, and it just works, and it feels like cheating, and I hate it. 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 I hate this. forgive me, for I have sinned. I have gooned in the bathroom of every job I worked at. Boss makes $1, I'll make a dime. That's why I age on company time. This is called time. Reclaiming your time. This is how long has he been working? How many? Join Bathroom Gooners Anonymous. Oh, chat came through for you. Chat came through for you. Oh man, that's worth it. That's worth it. Oh, congratulations. You've successfully reclaimed your time. Karl Marx would be so proud of you. How many? Yeah, no, I do wonder how many jobs they've been at, right? This is another one where literally any job you name would be really fucking funny. Not every, there's some that are dark. But God, air traffic controller. Air traffic controller, you'll claim it, holy shit. Okay, wait, is this Storm Valor? I checked up how to work bathroom, I'm not afraid to hit him with a hell yeah. It's been like 4 jobs, God. But like that's, a gooning implies a significant length of time. How does no supervisor just knock on that? How does nobody worry whether you're on the floor? I can't ask more than that. I get you absolve by means of chat. Respect. Serious insurance fraud. Serious implies a lot. Okay. I take no responsibility for telling him and what they do with your data. I need to know their tax bracket before we answer. Yeah. But we probably shouldn't encourage anybody to take credit for this, or most of these, if I'm being honest. Yeah, the context is key here. But I'm going to assume that since most insurance is already kinda theft anyway, this might be kinda base. No, you can assert confession. I'm probably gonna know it's you based on timing alone, unless a lot of people throw some in. They could be taking advantage of old people. Yeah. No, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. I'll tell if this is real or not, but fuck it. Yeah, I'm absolving.
I absolve you of your sins.
Go through the rest of your life with zero guilt. Okay. A little over a year ago, I played and completed a very famous RPG video game. I became very opinionated about it and would argue and rant to my friends whenever it was mentioned because of how fiercely passionate I am about interpreting the game and how specifically I interpret it. This went on for about a week before I realized how insufferable I've become. Very, very good note, very important note. Since then, I've been able to control or minimize the impulses for the sake of my friends and for the sake of myself, but I still feel just as strongly about it and will argue about it only if welcomed by whoever I'm speaking with. I won't specify which game and if I like it or not unless it is demanded because I don't want to start a chat war when unnecessary. Yeah, I was about to say autism is absolved. Autism is not a sin, and you know you're being insufferable. This only becomes a problem when you rent a house to roleplay the characters in with roommates who don't know what they're getting into.
I love you, God! Damn, a true
I was just gonna say, that's just me when Camille Badon gets better up. Yeah! Is that a thing that happened? Do you not know about the fucking Final Fantasy house? That is a tale worth looking up. We're just posting whatever now. I lost my virginity while Ace Attorney Pressing Pursuit played in the back, and I was hitting it to the rhythm. People are just, you're chat's bragging again. I am incentivized to use ChatGPT at work. I will try not to as much as I can, but there's still times where I shove an email into it because I don't want to piss off the person on the other end. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, this sucks. This feels like a real held hostage by capitalism moment, right? I'd absolve but encouraged to look for another job. And then again, who knows? ChatGPT could be entirely dead within a year, and then they would have changed jobs for nothing, right? So you live in San Francisco, yeah. Yeah, absolved, you are held hostage. Thank you for trying to minimize how much you use this garbage. I hope your chains are broken soon.
It's time to go to heaven, my child.
Stop it, what are you doing?
Stop, don't
Stop it,
fight.
cut it out.
Don't
Help.
stop.
I got kicked out of the house because I didn't want to help my sister cheat on online phys ed. I feel like, I mean, right off the bat, Croc, is this true? God. You're leading with the fact that you were retaliated at by an unreasonable margin, right? That's the first, yeah, completely unfair level of retaliation against you. You are the victim here. But also this is ridiculous, yeah. How does one do online phys ed? I have no idea. I guess you online proctor the presidential fitness test. A lot of Berkeley. Oh, it could be like health class stuff. It could be like health. I was homeschooled. You can find a way. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, man, I think this is like, yeah, buddy, you are the victim here. Though I'd probably just bite the bullet and help my sister cheat on online, unless it's like a serious, you know. I don't think it's worth. I don't think your convictions not to help somebody cheat on a test are necessarily worth, you know, going homeless over. But also, you should not be like, this is completely ridiculous that you're being put in that position, right? Yeah. Just you're fine.
Oh my God.
It's also a dumb thing to cheat on, yeah.
It's just,
yeah.
This, everybody.
Hi, Baffo Daddy. I got a dozy. I've been trying to estrange from my family, but they keep contacting me. Recently, my aunt told me my uncle had stage 3 cancer, and I had to mute myself to hide my laugh. Part of me says rest in piss, but the other side says I need to feel bad. And I was blamed for it. I also constantly lie and say forgive him, tell my aunt I love her. I do not. Sobering, especially for 420. You know, we're trying to, yeah, this might be, yeah, this is probably just a, if that's the case, rest in piss moment. 100% rest in piss moment. I hope you can estrange yourself from them successfully. It can be, I'm sure, a really difficult process, but like, I hope you never have to, I hope that one day in the future you can, never have to worry about these people again, right? Yeah, very real. We're just getting some, I mean, again, we had mods filtering through the first bit of it, so, Thank you, boss. Appreciate the resub. Long time to see. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, no absolution necessary. But this is kinda heavy to drop during a funny haha 420 stream. I wish you peace. Good riddance. Finally, I hope you find peace mod moment. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. My dad for many nights would blast music in his basement cave well until midnight and beyond, and would travel through the vents and thin walls in this old-ass house. This was mostly to weekends, and he would not respond to texts half the time and forgot or ignored my proposal of at least an 11 p.m. curfew for nights where I had to work weekend mornings. There were even some times where I had to stomp down to the basement and yell. This went on for years until I finally snapped. One day on a weekday, I grabbed my portable speaker and sat on top of the basement stairs and blasted People by Neko Hacker, the worst, strangest thing I could think of, against a man who introduced me to Spec and System of a Down that I liked, just to give him a taste of what he constantly did to me and my mom, all the way through. He didn't respond. We didn't say anything. We never spoke about it. Now he rarely blasts music that loud. I don't know if I traumatized him or if he finally understood. My throat's super dry. Yeah, that's just funny. It kind of sounds, buddy, it kind of sounds like you got what you want, right? It kind of sounds like you got what you want. It kind of sounds like mission accomplished. Traumatizing them back is objectively correct. Yeah, I mean, I have been the victim of something like this, where like one time in college, I had a real dick of a roommate, who I mentioned in the chat before a little bit, who like, I had friends over playing Mario Kart, and we were like very much actively trying to keep it down, and it was not that late. But he like made a big deal about us being, you know, too loud. It was in a different room and everything, and we were really trying to keep it quiet. Like there was an active effort going on. But the next morning he woke up and immediately started blasting Mumford & Sons. It was like, you mess with my sleep, I mess with your sleep, bruh. And he would just keep doing that every morning. Like it was the only time that issue came up, but he just decided to keep it going every morning from that point onward. It was Mumford. Yeah, it's like, yeah, terrible way to wake up. Terrible way to wake up to some son of a British fucking noble doing this old-timey Americana cosplay, talking about I will wait for you. Fuck that. Very obnoxious band. It sounds like in this case the retaliation was nowhere close to you know, disproportionate. So if you're worried about the possible counter traumatizing, feel no guilt, ye be absolved. Right? I don't think anybody's gonna argue with that one. What the fuck? People by Neko Hacker is a banger. Okay. People Neko Hacker. Yeah, you could maybe destroy the psyche of anybody over 35. I'd say 40. Anybody over 40 is probably going to be real susceptible to that. Yeah. Yeah, that being blasted to us. Yeah, no, exactly. That's real good. Masturbating in the bathroom while on a 3-day vacation with friends. Friends still in the hotel room. Me with shower running. Vagina haver if it's relevant. Was this vagina haver if it's relevant is really fucking funny to me. That's really fucking funny. Not a sin we have needs? Yeah. What's important is that there's obviously a sense of shame about this, right? If you're feeling that nervous about it just because people were in another room, I think you're probably good, right? You weren't reveling in the proximity. You were taking care of a need. Ain't a sin to goon. We've established this multiple times. It ain't a sin to goon. I think you're good. A few feet away from me. Buy me. Your bar is not setting theirs, okay? Shout out to all vagina havers. Oh my god, and those who don't, frankly. But either way, no relevance regardless. I love the thought that, like, yeah, no, a dick completely flips this on this head. Suddenly it's very invasive. No, you're fine. You're fine.
I love you, God!
Ooh, we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. Okay, so for the insurance thing, we found out there was a pre-existing condition that would have invalidated the case like mid-settlement and kept it hush. Say less. Say less. All you needed to say was health insurance. Right? Easy. I was sick out of my mind, as was my partner. They had asked me to go and get them some tea and asked me to pour out the strawberry tea and get her the cherry tea, which happens to be her favorite tea. She didn't clarify to me which jug was which, so I made the snap decision and poured out a big-ass jug of tea I saw. She came downstairs in a confusion because I was taking some time, and I got very confused to see how I had poured out her cherry tea. Okay. Huh. Oh no. Oh no, a mistake? That's just an accident. Yeah, there's no sin. Absolved if you feel guilty, though, I guess.
I absolve you of your sins.
I kind of like a few Black Eyed Peas songs. Like, I Got a Feeling just makes me feel good. I know I've said having bad taste isn't a sin, but I got a feeling.
He can't sit down. He's got a burning in his butthole. He's got a fire. He's got a flame coming out of his butthole.
Condemned.
God's gonna have a flame coming out of your butthole.
Condemned. Will you won't? Yeah. They aren't even gonna mention the song with the slur. Of all the songs, yeah, you're gonna name the. You're gonna do the one where they name days of the week. You're gonna do the one where they do days of the week. Okay, and with that, we've gotten through a hefty little collection of sins. Hot damn! I had a lot of fun with this. This is a good time. This was a really good time. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you everybody who submitted streams. Thank you again so much to the mods for going through a bunch of these and making sure that, you know, things remained TOS safe. I'm gonna find somebody for us to raid into. But man, this was a fun time. I really hope everybody enjoyed their time with this. Ooh. Looking for places to raid into. Hillsane, thank you so much for joining me today. Same time next year, I'm definitely going to do something next year that I can guarantee you that. Will it be this again? Maybe. This feels like a repeatable event. Like, this feels like something I could do again in the future, because I'm sure people have more sins to confess. Let's see who's out and about and doing some neat stuff. And ooh, Vixie's playing the Ina game. Ina, I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, let's give her a little. Vixie's lovely. Vixie's great vibes. Plays a lot of cool shooters and whatnot. Great taste in indie games in general. We love Ina. Yeah. So I think the yeah, get in your last one. Get in your last one. One last stab before the road. Yeah. 420 Praise It will be our raid call. So grab that. And I'm gonna get us ready to raid on in. Give her some love. This is lovely. Definitely deserve, very big deserving of the raid. Thank you again so much for joining me today. This was awesome having y'all in for super fun time. Really fun. I had a fucking blast. Throat dried out from laughing too much. I will be back this week on Friday and Sunday. No stream this Wednesday. I'm working on other stuff. Friday, we're going to be maybe finishing Ace Combat 7. And Sunday, we're going to be back to Night in the Woods, which I think there might be another Day of Harvest. We'll find out. Looking forward to it. But either way, it was grand having y'all in. Don't forget the reason for the season. Happy Easter, happy 420. And as always, hail Satan, abolish ICE, free Palestine, and we'll catch y'all again next time.
Satan's pretty cool.